Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch Movie. I'm Mike.
I'm Jay.
Tonight, we're going to show you a thing or two about a thing or two. And if we catch you smoking at school, we're going to sit you down and make you smoke that whole carton of cigarettes while me and your dad watch.
It's over for you pimps. If we catch you, pimp.
We know. We know what you've done. How are you guys? How's your day? How are you, Jay?
I'm doing, I don't know. I feel kind of like poop a little bit. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if it's, I don't know if I didn't get enough sleep or I gotta go to the eye doctor tomorrow. I don't know what it is. I'm literally developing anxiety for anything medical. Like I've literally been on like the computer looking up things about what to expect when expecting. I was on Reddit, like looking up things to expect at an eye exam. Cause it's literally been, I've not been to the eye doctor. It's like 26 years. It has to be 26 years. I think I went when I was 16 and that was it.
Yeah, that's that. I haven't gone in a long time either because I hear that's how they find out if you have herpes or not.
Yeah, usually after they lick your sore on your lip. But I don't. Well, yeah, and it's a chick too, which I don't know. It's like I'm all nervous about it. I was like, God, I thought it would just be like some crusty old dude. Like I'll be more comfortable. Dude. But no, she's gonna get real close to my face, and I don't know. Like I might get a little lead. I don't know what's gonna happen. And she gets real and she starts whispering, which I don't want that to happen. Be like, okay, so we're gonna turn the lights off. I'm like, yeah, you are.
Dude, our brains are the same. I was literally gonna be like, she's gonna get real close to your ear, and she's like, can you see that E? Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I can. But no, so I've been looking up stupid stuff like that. I had my dental appointment. I don't know. I literally think it's just becoming like anxiety for anything related to medical stuff.
So wait, are you going to the eye doctor because you have anxiety that you think something's wrong with your eyes, or you just have anxiety about going to the eye doctor?
I think it's just general anxiety. I mean, no, I know but I also start like getting hyper focused on stuff that's probably like nothing. Like my left eye was twitching, and I'm like, that's cancer. That's what that is. That's cancer of the eyeball. It's totally cancer. And like stupid stuff like that, or and then I will wake up sometimes and like I'll have blurry vision now and again. Like every once in a while I get blurry vision. But I don't know if that's just eye strain or if it's just not, there's a million different reasons why it could be blurry vision. And then, then they're like, if you get double vision, though, you better get to the hospital, dog. You dying.
No, dude, that's I'm 90% sure that's anxiety because I have it too. Like it's just that's all. Yeah, it's anxiety.
What about the center eye? Well, that's in good shape. Yeah, that's in good shape. It what just doesn't. Whispering that's also that's in that's in standard shape. No difference. Nothing that to report back. By the way, I don't know what's going on. I hope to God we have a thunderstorm rolling in at some point. Supposedly we do, but my computer's been acting real weird. Yeah, I know. Garth Brooks is going to be the greatest show of all time, dude. I can't wait. I got early access tickets, VIP. But no, the computer's been acting funny. I don't know. I hope it doesn't freeze or anything because hopefully it's not been freezing at all, but it seems like it
seems good.
No, it's weird though. Like I checked the internet speed before. Like I literally am so like I've got PTSD about the internet anymore. Like I feel like a grizzled vampire hunter that was once almost bitten, and now I check around every corner. I went on here and checked the speeds were good and everything, but the computer's acting really weird. It's acting really slow, and I was like, if it's not one thing, it's another. So the computer's gonna die.
I believe in it. I think it's going to be okay. Let's positive words to the universe. Your computer's going to be fine. We've had 2 streams. Now this will be the 3rd stream in a row with no issues at all whatsoever. My computer's been turning off on its own, so that might happen too.
Eggs like Jay and his Chromebook. No, yeah, you know what? At this point, it might be more reliable. Hey, you know what? When we first started,
you gotta stop letting April buy you things. Don't let her buy you anything else.
She's never doing it again, ever again.
Thank God she doesn't watch this show. Who does?
No one call Jay and disconnect the dial-up. Yeah, don't do that. Not while I'm streaming.
Luke's got it right. PTSD or STD? Perhaps both. A little bit of both.
I think it's both. The PTSD from my STD and then being found out at the eye doctor. It's always a worry of mine. The eye doctor's gonna know.
Yeah. No, I've had weird ones. Like mine ebb and flow the exact same way, dude. Like I was driving. Like I had to drive. Ellie had a dance competition, so on Saturday I had to drive 3 hours there and then 3 hours back in the same day. And your legs get tired. I'm driving that truck, which I don't know why that truck. It's a recently new truck, but like when you hit the interstate, it's always like the whole damn time. Yeah. So like my leg fell asleep, but then like my leg fell asleep, but like not in the way it does on the toilet, because I know that happens every day. But like it fell asleep in a weird way, and then I felt like my lower body fell asleep, and then I felt like I was gonna pass out, and then I was like, "Your leg fell asleep because you've been putting it in the same position for 2 hours, you idiot! Stop being a bitch." Yeah. Sometimes I have to say it to myself. I have to look myself deep in my eyes, and I have to say, "Stop being a bitch," and then I feel better.
And you have avoided going to the doctor and getting your AIDS medication. It is absolutely necessary for you to get that to fight that evil disease.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. That's what I'm afraid of. I did go to the eye doctor though, about 4 years ago. Got a pair of glasses. They're totally ruined and in shit shape, but I don't want to go back. I'm like, my eyes were good 4 years ago, so I don't want to know if they're bad or not now.
Well,
I passed the test and I never have to take it again.
I wouldn't go at all if I didn't have to, because in Kentucky they passed a law you have to go get your eyes examined before you can get your license renewed. So I have to do that, and then I have my eye appointment or my license renewal next week. So it'd be what it be, but I didn't want to go at all.
Yeah, I forgot. I am gonna have to do that. And that's funny, dude. MJ went to the eye doctor today.
Yeah,
the most frightening thing you can get at the eye doctor. I mean, they can find stuff, but the worst frightening thing you get at the eye doctor is the bill.
Well,
that's the rough part.
Luckily, my wife has great health insurance. No, but I don't want them to dilate my eye either. I don't want that. I don't.
Never had it done. They always like, you really need to, and I'm like,
well, here's the thing. I thought that they were supposed to let you know before you get there that they're going to be dilating your eyes so that you can make arrangements to have someone drive you to and from. Because I mean, you can probably, I think you can drive on dilated eyes. It's just really, it's not recommended. But I mean, I don't know, like, because you look like an owl. You're like, look at your eye. They die. I mean, I just don't. But I've thought that they were supposed to let you know beforehand. But it's just a general checkup and an eye exam. I don't think they're going to dilate it. But they're going to be like, how long has it been since you've seen the eye doctor? 26 years. We got to check behind that eyeball.
You don't have to be honest with them. Just be like, I saw an eye doctor last Tuesday. Slept with him.
No, I prefer to be honest with my physicians because I want to know what's going on.
Nah, they don't need to know. They don't need to know anything. Because just like when you go and you like put down that you don't smoke because you're afraid that like when they give you the thing at the doctor's office and it's like, do you smoke? And you panic for a second because you're like, fuck, I probably didn't tell my insurance I smoked. So what if I put yes and then I get in trouble or my insurance goes? Well, I'm just gonna say no.
Also, I read you're not supposed to drink at all before the eye doctor because it has a chance of drying your eyes out. But my appointment's not till 3:30 in the afternoon.
Come on.
So it should be fine.
Yeah. That's crazy. They also tell you shouldn't do it and drive, right?
No.
Well, they don't know. They don't know anything.
Alexis was saying I always end up driving myself after dilated eyes. You are a danger on the road, Missy or Mister, whatever. Alexis, I don't know. But JD, you left up a sandwich when you were done. I will.
Hey, I want you to know I just made a really good joke and you didn't laugh at it. So I just want to say it was a good joke and I just wanted to bring back attention to it because it was really funny.
Well, what was it? Tell us all. Everyone's waiting.
I already said it once. I said it. They heard.
I guess it wasn't good enough for a repeat. Encore is not on your side.
We're about to break up, and I'm going to write a book about why, and it's going to be your fault, just like Mark Hoppus just did with Blink-182.
Am I freezing?
Why? No, you're not freezing.
You're freezing.
You're just a bad listener.
It's my computer.
I'm not freezing.
It might be my computer then.
No one's freezing.
All right. Dean Creamitway says the puff test. Yeah, the Peter Puffer.
I did a little pew right in your eye.
There, you got action because you're so funny, Mike.
Thanks, action. I happen to know action likes you better, so now I know.
No, action's like that. Teacher's like, you're so funny, Mike. Now, can we continue with the lesson, or would you like everyone to do your stand-up?
I'm sorry that I need attention. Why do you think we do this?
Yeah,
at this point, but like, why do you think we started this?
By the way, I did see someone had commented under the last video about, and I know I mentioned this to Discord. I haven't gotten in touch there. So I talked about this on the Patreon. For those that you weren't there, I'll just repeat it. There exists already a Discord server. I have to get in touch with the guy that apparently runs it, but it's been around for a minute. Some people are using it. So I'll get a hold of that guy at some point this week when I get a chance to, and then I'll work out something to drop a link for you guys. Cause I don't even know what it's called. I have no idea, but it's out there.
No, Blink did not break up. It was Mark Hoppus just put out his book, and I read the whole thing, listened to the whole thing in 2 days. I was on that drive, and he talks about them breaking up, and a bunch of Blink fans are mad at him because he kind of was telling the truth about the Tom situation and how Tom was being a dick, and like, and a bunch of Blink fans are like, and then I'm like, shut up. They broke up. They're best friends now. Stop trying to break them up again, assholes. But it's a good book. Great book, by the way. 10 out of 10 review.
It was 2 days. You drove for 2 days.
No, I was listening to it for 2 days. I drove for 6 hours in one day.
Oh, okay.
3 hours there.
I was going to say, her competition was 2 hours away. I'm like, honey, you're gonna start doing like gingerbread or Girl Scouts or something like local. Like local troops need your help.
No, but yeah, you can't afford to fly these days, and I don't think you want to. So we probably, if even if it was 2 days, it probably would have driven 2 days. But yeah, it's real shit, man. Real
Connor
shit.
said Jay more like gay. Yeah. Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, that's right. Nothing like a happy guy.
Cody used to do that shit all the time. You're like, oh, hey, what's up, gay? I mean, Jay.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
You're like, so?
Yeah, I was like, I don't care. I mean, yeah, even at school, like, what's up, gay? Like, all right. Your dad didn't think it was such a big deal. What?
Connor, don't you tell us what you're not our dads.
Well, listen, I know it's not a great thing, but I haven't smoked the cigarracho in a while. So it's either smoke the vapor or get the cigarracha. So it's either one. And cigarracha is awful.
Shout Nicole read that shit in one day. I'm okay with you topping me with that because most people thought it was sad that I read it in 2.
By the way, speaking of gay, did you guys hear about? Well, I didn't pull the link. I don't care. I'll just summarize what I remember about the article. So the guy from Fantastic Four, which by the way is a joke, he's not going to be gay or anything.
Ooh, like I saw this.
Yes. So if you guys aren't aware, this article was released in Variety, I think. And the actress and actor that are portraying Susan Storm and Johnny Storm are going to change the characters. Congratulations, Disney. Right out of the gate. It's not even out yet, and we've already fucked ourselves in the butt. Now, here's what the thing is. I don't really care about the Susan Storm change because it's not anything like I think it's going to be detrimental to the film based on her explanation for it. I didn't give a shit. It was like, all right, this is what I'm talking about. This dude, though, Joseph Quinn, is that sexy these days? So basically what he's asking about is, to summarize it, which I don't get this anyway.
You should wear blonde hair and a white t-shirt. I'm just going to throw that out there. If you're pale, you shouldn't do that.
Yeah, he definitely looks like a kid from Village of the Damned grown up. But anyhow, I will say, so him and the director got together and they were like, basically Johnny Storm is considered in the comic books a devil may care guy, a womanizer. And is that sexy nowadays? I don't think so. So they've changed his character pretty rapidly, or at least they're going to in the film, where he's not what the Johnny Storm we all remember as far as like what Chris Evans portrayed in the original Fantastic Four film and the actual comic book version of him. I don't know. Maybe he's making a big deal about it, but it actually is kind of scary that they're already like going out with this. And here's the thing. I don't understand why these directors let these actors who are hired to do a job, right, to portray the fucking character. That's all your job is, to have this much input on the character. Like, look, imagine Quentin Tarantino gathering around his actors and be like, what do you guys think? Do you guys think I should say? No, he would be like, I wrote the fucking words. I wrote the story. Now do your part and shut your mouth and go have a dairy snack at the commissary table. That's what, like, what, I don't know which actor it was talking about Quentin Tarantino. He was like, one thing about Quentin Tarantino is he hates impromptu shit. Like if you ad lib, he gets pissed as fuck. Now every once in a while he'll allow it. He'll be like, that's cool. But generally speaking, Quentin Tarantino is one of those guys. It's like, hey, I wrote the shit. That's my job. I wrote the story, and I want you to do the character and the story how I have it, not you. These like a director saying, hey man, what do you think about Johnny Storm? Is like, I just think he's overly an asshole. We should change to be more sensitive. Fuck you.
And the ironic thing is that Kevin Feige is not even the director of the damn movie. He's not the producer.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. If the guy Joseph Quinn, which by the way, I barely know who he is.
I'll tell you this: he was big in Stranger Things, right? But I thought he was annoying as shit and awful.
Okay,
awful in A Quiet Place Day One, but he was good in Warfare.
Okay, that's where I remember him from. Was Stranger Things. He was like the guy that looked like he smelled like pee and vomit, and he was also a D&D guy in that one. But he was also kind of cool. I remember him now. But the thing is, if you don't like the character and you know that's who the character's going to be, then just don't take the job. I mean, it's simple. Like if it's a job you don't like or you can't find that character, then don't do it. As an actor, your job should be, hey, can I do this part? And if I can't do this part, I should pass it up. Not let me go in and change the essence of the character to fit me.
I told dude, I could not agree with you more. I read this and my eyes rolled all the way back to my butt crack. Like it was bad.
You're like, damn, I should wipe more.
Yeah, I know. I saw my own butt. It's like, you want me to watch my own butt? But yeah, no, like you said, man, he said, myself and Kevin were speaking and about where we are culturally. It literally sounds like Patrick Bateman when he's given the speech at the table. He's like, we have to stop apartheid for one, and then really stop materialism. I mean, that's the way I read this. And he's like, We brand this as a womanizing devil-may-care guy, but is that sexy these days? I
don't
think so.
Yes, it is. Like, it's still sexy. And by the way, it's not like Johnny Storm is some kind of fucking Harvey Weinstein cult member that's going to go out and be like, do you want to see my casting couch? That's not who Johnny Storm is.
Women liked him.
Johnny Storm is an asshole, but he's also got a heart of gold. But yes, he is a womanizer. I'm sorry. He likes vagina and he wants to get with as many girls as he can. But at the end of the day, he's also a good guy. You don't need to go in and rapidly change him to make it.
Oh, no. No. Is this real? Is this real? Am I alone? He's frozen to you guys, right? What the fuck? It's Kevin Feige heard we were talking about him. That's what happened. Kevin Feige heard we were talking about him and he stopped the stream. He froze Jay into eternity. Now he's literally Zod, frozen in the thing, sent to Kevin Feige jail. He sent him to Guantanamo gay. I'm sure it'll come. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, it's gonna be fine. Just gotta restart the old computer. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Kevin Feige just called Dr. Doom. He's like, hey, I got one for you. Bing zoom. Fuck. But yeah. Hang on, let me pop this out of there real quick. Oh, hello there. Hi. Hello. Yeah. I'm sure Jay will be back in just a second to finish what he was saying. That shit is so annoying. Like, have you not looked at the news recently? Have you not seen what's going on with Marvel and how people are begging them just to make the movies about the fucking comic book characters and not just insert all this other shit that we're inundated with all day long, every day, every time you get online?
I was saying, I think that Fantastic Four is going to be a great show. I think it's going to be an amazing. And I think that
he's been zapped.
I think that Disney is absolutely on the right track with reinventing these characters for the modern audience. I agree. I think Kevin Feige is an amazing. They're listening.
that's what I said. I said Kevin Feige just like literally zodded you and put you in the frozen solitude thing.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, guys. I told you something was going kooky. I have no idea.
It's okay. Did you have to restart your computer? Well, no, that would have taken longer probably. God damn it! In the eyes of an angel. I've always wanted Jay to look deeply into my eyes and just shut the fuck up for a minute. And I think I finally got it. I wish for this on Too Many Stars. Just look deeply in my eyes and shut your fucking mouth. Shut the fuck up. And here we are. That's not the way I wanted it, world. Be careful what you wish for. You got just the fact that it froze on that. Oh, what if it was the computer all along? What are we going to do? What if it wasn't the internet? It was just the computer the whole time. And we were duped by two good streams. Motherfucker. He's got to stop downloading that weird Chinese porn. Oh. Exactly, Mind the Gap. Don't stop believing that I'm and now I'm just wing dinging it. How are you guys doing? It was the cocksucking computer the whole fucking time. Is that what it was? I'm pretty sure that was Sarah McLachlan. Was I wrong on that? I just know that she did the dog commercials, right? Where they're like, look at this dog. He's got 3 paws and he smells like shit because you won't send us $9.95 to Sarah McLachlan right now. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, fucking me. How do you, but like, honest, give us the honest opinion though, by the way. How do you guys feel about the Fantastic Four movie? I know we saw the trailer and now seeing the still frames of this guy and what's going on with it. When I first saw the Fantastic Four trailer, I says to myself, that looks different. Not what I expected. I think it looks pretty good. I think we did a live reaction to it. But the more and more I keep seeing it and they keep showing them talking, I'm starting to get kind of the ick for it. I don't know. And then maybe it's just this. Maybe it's just this kind of shit. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. And the Mrs. Invisible, like, she's a good actress, you know, and all that. Don't get me wrong, but she kind of has a creepy face. Maybe that's you know, that's just a me thing. I think her face kind of scares me. Like, you know what I mean? There's something weird about her that kind of creeps me out. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it was her character in Mission Impossible. She's just a good actress. Yeah, she's just a good actress. Hey, how we doing?
I don't want to talk about nothing. Now.
I was just saying, dude, what if this whole time it's been the computer? The whole time.
No, it's not. I know it's not.
All we can do is laugh. What else are we gonna do, man? What else are we gonna do?
I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw it through the fucking wall.
Oh man,
I know. I can't. I need to do. Dude. Oh my god. Anyway, it's like I was having a good time. I was talking about what I wanted to talk about, and I was in the middle of my fucking tirade, and then it says "fuck you, bitch." I can't stand that shit, dude. Oh my god, I hate Spectrum. You know what? I just want to go live in a fucking cave and do smoke signals for the internet. That's what I'm gonna do. I bet it'd be more reliable than Spectrum. Get some apple juice.
At this point, we would do a live fucking show. We would do a live show and be standing in front of people, and you would just fucking start.
Well, Courtney's actually giving some helpful advice. Run F. I don't want to do anything right now, Courtney. I do appreciate you. It's very nice. I'm gonna do that, whatever that is.
Yeah, try that after.
Yeah, I don't want to do nothing. Anyway, the guy that plays Johnny Storm, Joseph Quinn's a pussy. You're a pussy. If you don't want the part, don't take the part. Like, it's as simple as that. It's like if I didn't want a job and I was like, I can't meet expectations because I don't fit there. Guess what? I'm not gonna put my application in, you stupid bitch.
Yeah.
It's not about you changing the essence of the character, like, you know better. Do the job or don't do the job. And I hate these directors that even give these morons a time and day to be like, yeah, what do you think? You want some input on this character? No, shut your mouth, collect your paycheck, get rich and famous. That's all you got to do. Not be like, oh, I just don't. If that's sexy, you're not. I'll tell you that. You're not sexy. If you don't think that's sexy.
But I completely agree with you, dude. Like, when I read that, it's like the character. I don't need the character to be your version of sexy. I want it to be the character from the fucking comic book. We're there to see Fantastic Four, not actor Joseph Quinn's favorite personality traits about the cast of Fantastic Four. And also, the whole point of a character is that they're flawed, that they have things to overcome, that they have things they're working through. If every character starts the movie out as a personal, blissful, sexy person,
yeah,
then what the fuck is there for them to go through, you dumb dick?
It's the same argument. They're like, well, James Bond shouldn't be a womanizer. That's what James Bond is. That's who he is. Like, stop acting like he can't be what he is. He's not a rapist. He's not any of these things. He's just a guy that likes women, and like, and they like him. Like, and who cares? Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, at the end of the day, Johnny Storm is a cool character, and he is interesting, and he's got a lot more layers to him than just the fact that he likes to, do missionary style from the Kama Sutra with as many ladies as he can get a hold of. That's all. But there's a lot more to him. And Susan Storm, by the way, which the actress that's playing her, I can't remember her name. She has some ideas about her as well, which I don't really disagree with. It's fine. She just said, I think she can be a strong woman as well as but be a parental, like, heartwarming or figure for her child, or, like, she wants to balance that, homemaker and strong woman, which is fine. I don't even care about that. I just care about this Joseph Quinn dick face coming out and saying, that's just not sexy. Shut up, dude. Oh my God.
Go play an original character where you can change the character however the fuck.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why would you, like, dude, there needs to be a law, like literally someone needs to put their fucking foot down and be like, no, you wussy ass bitch. You're not going to come in here and change this character to suit your little PMSing time of the month attitude that you have. Just don't do it. If you don't want to do it, then don't do it. I don't know. It's not that. And Disney is, if they really go along with this, dude, they are fucking stupid, even though, they are dumb. But
you wouldn't be saying it if they didn't. You know what I mean? Like, Like the movies in the can, they definitely went along with it, bro. Like I mean, they definitely did. Like,
see ya, Connor. Sorry, my internet was fucked up. We didn't talk any longer.
Bye, Connor. Have a good one, bro.
But no, yeah, but it is what it is. Anyway, I just felt like that was like, I wanted to see what you guys thought about that generally, and I think most of you agree that just don't, like, it's stupid if they go that route. If they go and say we're not going to make him this way, and now he's going to be more of a sensitive dude, it's going to be so stupid. Every time he's on screen, you're just going to cringe. Your butthole will pucker up every time.
Yeah, like I don't want the character to be true to the comics or to have strife or to have issues in his life that he's going through. I just want him to be thirsty.
Dude, it's like they only want to focus on all the negative part. Like, okay, so he's a womanizer. Big fucking deal. Like, what is wrong? Like, what is he doing that's evil?
People still do that, you know? I know that.
Yeah,
like
they're called men that are single.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, more news came out today. I actually think this is good, but what do you guys think about this? Bloody Disgusting, and their company Cinedigm is actually producing the movie. We know Mike Nelson, friend of the channel, Mike Nelson, is directing a Silent Night, Deadly Night reboot, Reboot or reimagining that's coming out this year. And they just announced the lead character of Billy is going to be played by none other than everyone's favorite, I'll light the match, Rowan Campbell from Halloween Ends. I think it's great fucking casting. He looks just like him, and he's a good actor.
Well, you know, I think the movie's going to fail. No, I'm kidding. I don't have anything against that particular actor. I just think it was a terrible part wrote for him. But yeah, I mean, that's cool. Whatever. I mean, that's fine. I don't think he's fine. He kind of looks like a little bit more of a tougher Aaron Taylor. Was it Aaron Taylor Johnson? Is that his name?
Yeah.
He kind of reminds me of him.
Yeah, and he kind of looks like Billy from the original, to be honest with you. I mean, he sort of looks like him a little bit, but yeah, and dude, we know that he can ham it up a little bit because we just saw him in The Monkey when he was being silly as shit and whatever, and he was good there. So if they wanted to go that route a little bit with it, we know he could play super serious. I'll like match. But yeah, no, I'm excited for it, dude. I think it's really good casting, actually. And there's gonna be some assholes that come out and they're like, fuck this, and like you gotta understand, he was hired as an actor to be in a Halloween movie. Everyone's going to take that role. He may have read the script and thought the same thing everybody else did. Well, why is there so much of me and not more Michael Myers in this Michael Myers film? And but of course you're still going to take the job. You're going to do the best you can. It's definitely not Rohan Campbell's fault, or Rohan, however you say it. Yeah, that the character had too much screen time. Not his fault.
I don't blame him at all. I blame Blumhouse.
Yeah,
that's who I blame. It's not the actor's fault. He was fine. He was given a shitty role and he did, what he could with it, but it is what it be.
Yeah. And I think I liked him in the movie. I didn't like that the character had what they did with it all, but like I thought he was good in the film. I've
always thought that the Corey character would have worked way better if they'd introduced it in Halloween 2018. If they'd actually give a butt sprinkle in that earlier on and then slowly put it in the movie, it would have worked better.
I love it when people slowly put in butt sprinkles.
It's the best.
Sinners, by the way, is sitting at 100%.
It looks great. Looks great. Hungry. Well, that comes out this week, and then next week is Until Dawn.
Is that next week?
It's next week or the week after. I think it's maybe the week after, but yeah, some packed up stuff.
Let's look at it actually, because I think it's always fun to look at the upcoming movie release schedule, dude, just in general. But May's got some good shit. May actually looks pretty damn good. So
this week, this week, I know it's for Sinners is this week.
Yeah, Sinners this week. We are going to see that. By the way, I'm going to Jay's to film on Wednesday. Your point's tomorrow, right? Not Wednesday?
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Okay. As long as they don't take your eyeballs out.
At this point, my luck with the internet and everything else, they might fucking do it. I might look like that kid from Dread. Just have his eyeballs replaced and shit by Mama.
But no, so we're gonna Jay and I are getting together in person on Wednesday, and we're gonna film some videos for you guys, some Patreon videos, and we're gonna film our Daredevil review. By the way, Daredevil's fucking awesome.
It's awesome, but it's really sad too because the ratings are in the tank.
Are they?
Apparently the ratings are really bad for the show. I mean, that's what I've been hearing on the streets, with Glinda that hangs out behind 7-Eleven. I talk to her about movies and stuff. Yeah, but no, apparently it's doing very bad. It's not doing very, the ratings aren't great.
Yeah, that fucking sucks, dude, because that's the best Marvel shit we've gotten in ages. But so Sinners is this week. Next week, you were correct, my friend. Next week is Until Dawn and The Accountant 2. Dude, I'm telling you, if you watch The Accountant between now and then, you will want to go see it.
Dude, I got to be honest with you, man. I don't know what it is. I just thought it looked boring as fuck.
It's fucking awesome. Shut up. It's awesome.
I don't know what it is. By the way, I will say I talked about this like last live. I think I am gonna go see Thunderbolts. I am.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. The more I watch of it, the more I'm like, maybe it's a sleeper hit. Maybe.
I'm excited to hear your take. If you go see it, I'll go see it too. Because I'm on the fence, but if you're gonna go, I'll go.
Well, because I want to see the Sentry. I really want to see how they do his character and how they work with that, because it could be monumental. I don't know.
That's that big silhouetted fuck, right?
Yeah. Well, the Sentry is basically Marvel's answer to Superman. It's like a Superman, but with like he's missed. Yeah. Well, no, he's missed a lot of losartan, not losartan, the shit that you take for depression.
Lexapro.
Lexapro, yeah, it's basically Superman that is hooked on Lexapro. Then they took away his medication, and he's
took like, Lexapro right. for one day. My dick didn't work.
No, he's like, yeah, that's it. No, but it should be cool. And then somebody, who was it? I saw him say, yeah, I don't know what he was talking about. I think he said something looks good. Until Dawn looks good. Yeah, I think it was nighttime. And yeah, it does look good.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Until Dawn. I'm excited to see Accountant 2. The rest of April looks really good. The week after that's The Surfer, which is a new Nick Cage movie, and Thunderbolts Unite.
I want to say, I kind of want to say, I didn't do. I was the first one to be like, it's gonna be shit trash, but I don't know. I'm gonna give it a shot.
Yeah, the second trailer I saw did look way better for it for sure.
Final Destination Bloodlines. When is that one? That's in May.
That's in later May. Yeah. So when we're in May now with The Surfer and Thunderbolts, May 9th, Clown in the Cornfield. I'm excited for that one. Horror comedy by the director of Dale versus Tucker. I think that's going to be good. Fight or Flight looks good. That's Josh Hartnett. In like a John Wick type movie, and very excited for that one. And Shadow Force.
that's gonna win May.
That's when you decide to finally cut your pubes. It's like Shadow Force.
That's the guy that's been fired from too many jobs in Hollywood. He's like, well, at least I have something. I have Shadow Force. I'm gonna make it count.
And then the next week, the big one, Final Destination Bloodlines, and that's gonna be huge. And I don't know what the last rodeo is. Lilo and Stitch, Mission Impossible: The Reckoning, fucking the huge summer event movie. I know. I like that. There's some Met opera thing called Salami.
Yeah,
I know it says Salome, but it looks like it says Salami.
They're produced by Ron Jeremy from jail. Is he dead? I don't remember.
I don't think so.
I know he's in jail.
I got friends who were gay in jail. And then the last week of May, Bring Her Back and Karate Kid Legends, same week, big time.
Yeah. Let's Bring Her Back. I can't remember that one.
That's the Talk to Me sequel by the dudes who did
Talk to Me. Yeah.
Rocka Rocka. So I don't know if I'll see Karate Kid, honestly. Like once they shoehorned Daniel LaRusso into it, I was and we're doing the you'll teach my style. And he's like, no, you teach my style. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, did we literally just take the plot they've been doing for 17 goddamn seasons in Cobra Kai? Now we're gonna shoehorn it into this shit just so we can put Daniel LaRusso in it. He's had enough screen time, ladies and gentlemen. Let's tell a Jackie Chan story. That's just my opinion. Maybe you feel differently.
I'll probably see a little. I mean, I'll probably still see it. When's Superman coming out? In that is that June?
July. Yeah.
Yeah, it's right there. July 11th. They should have put it on the 4th, the commie bastards. I guess they were scared of American holiday, huh?
Yeah, we're not allowed to be proud of America.
Yeah, we're not allowed to have that. By the way, there was some leaks not leaks, I guess, but there was some stories about Masters of the Universe. Apparently, all the characters in the movie look their part. So they are doing homage to the characters, and they don't look ridiculous either. So that's a good thing. And they didn't show all of it, but they did show some screen shots of Jared Leto's Skeletor, and they were like, they are using makeup and he's hidden in shadow a lot. So they are using practical effects, which is good.
He probably went full goddamn what do you call it, method actor, and like turned into a skeleton.
Yeah, he just took Ozempic and lived out in the desert for a while.
He literally started killing men, women, and children so that he could portray the character.
The only thing I don't like, and I know they have to tell the story in a certain way to get people involved in it or whatever, but I don't like the idea that Prince Adam is like living on Earth, and then he discovers. And this, I'm just assuming this is what it is, because there is screenshots of Prince Adam in his pink shirt, and this cop is holding the sword, and they're talking to him, and I'm like, oh fuck, dude! Like
pink shirt, like more woke Hollywood.
No, it's not. Yeah, I like pink shirt. I like pink very much, Lois. But this particular instance, I just don't like the idea. I just shoot the fucking movie in Eternia. Like I don't know, like give it. But I guess it's like they don't want to. set the whole thing in Eternia because they're afraid of how much it would cost, and they don't know how well it's going to do at the box office, so they're still a little bit gun shy on that. I don't know.
I've seen some holes that feel like Eternia.
Yeah, I've got my ex-wife is literally Eternia hole, the black hole of Eternia. It is Snake Mountain in there.
Oh,
Mind the Gap says Prince Adam is Superman. Then, oh yeah, so I like Pink very much, Lois. Yes.
Yeah. So tonight we are going to unveil. By the way, we decided against doing it the normal style. But tonight we're going to unveil our top 10 movies of the 90s. However, since we've gone through, and this list has been going on for like over a year at this point now, starting with 1990, we've already done through 99, and now we're going to pick our top 10 overall movies from the 90s. But we're not going to do them one by one because we've already talked about all these movies over and over again. So we're just going to kind of take turns showing our list off like it's a fucking show and tell, and talk about why we made the decisions. I'll tell you this, dude, that list sucked. That was the worst of all of them.
Oh, I was going to say all of them. Not my list. No, it was an extremely difficult list to put together because we're doing top 10 movies of the entire decade of the 90s.
Yeah,
not just of that, not of a particular year.
Dude, I hated it. I hated making that list. Dude, you had to leave the movies that I had to leave off the list. Felt like kicking my own children out into the snowy weather and being like, "Go get me some corn. I don't care." Like,
yeah,
it was awful to do. It hurt my soul, and I hated it. It was the hardest one so far.
Stacy says need to do the 2000s and the 80s. I mean, eventually, yeah.
Definitely the 2000s. Are we learning enough on all the 80s? Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I would say the big ones. Most of the 80s. Yeah, I would say so. Lots of great movies from the 90s. I know, dude. It's insane.
A lot less movies released in the 80s, right? Because in the 90s, they were releasing banger. 2000s, they've still released a lot of movies. We're definitely going to do the 2000s. And I say, yeah, I'll probably go back and do the 80s. I mean, you got to finish right by the time we're 65 years fucking old, we'll be on the 80s. But yeah, 2000s will be next. That'll be the next time we want to do for sure.
JD Custom says, Big Dad, pop me some corn. Yes, pop me some corn. Yeah, that's what it was.
But in the meantime, let's see what you guys are saying. What are you guys up to? Kuro80, member for 9 months. Thank you, buddy.
Hey, thank you, man.
Hey, by the way, on the membership tier and on the Patreon tier, I put up a video today with reviews for Drop and for Warfare in them for Patreon members. And we got a lot more content that's going to start coming to the Patreon. So look out for that. But and to the memberships. But that was for you, though. That's you got to.
God damn you, Mike. Thank you, Mercutio.
Christopher Sampson, member for 2 months, said, "Dope. You're fucking dope."
Thank you, man.
Stop it. I'm sick of it. You're dope. Michael Parton, thanks, buddy, says, don't know if I'm going to see Until Dawn because according to test screenings, fans and people who have played the game hate it. Well, have you played the game? Huh?
I think
if a bunch of people jump off a bridge, would you do it, Michael?
Depends on how much they were paying me. I've heard the same, but I've never played the game, so I was familiar enough with it. But I'm going to go in. I don't know anything about it. So based on what I saw in the trailers, it looked good. So that's enough for me.
Yeah, I've never ever played the game, but so I'm just going looking for a good horror movie. But I get that. JT says I'm taking a vacation day tomorrow to avoid my 60-year-old boss. Anytime is this go? Are we go? Is he JT Owsley in
yes,
secret?
I think he got. You know what, JT Owsley? Did you get banned, dude, with your poetic rhymes that you spread amongst the YouTube? Did you get banned?
Let's find out. As soon as I read 60-year-old boss, I was sketch. Anytime I show her attention, she offers to buy me McDonald's breakfast, but no thanks. I want my stepmom. There it is, wrapped in a blanket with hot sauce.
Well, at least it went to stepmom this time. So I mean, it's not like related to him by blood.
Yeah.
So that's all right.
Maybe his mom saw what he was saying about her, and it made him get a new account. So he's trying to be secretive now, but he's actually talking about his mom.
He made a new account. Yeah, he did. JT, wow.
You sick fuck. Gary B says, Jay, your computer's probably queer in a Ronnie voice. Rob Zombie H1. But that's for you.
I don't know how, because I stuck an Ethernet in its butt and it seemed to enjoy it for a while. I guess it changed its mind. But you might be right.
I think it was a fluke. Right. We're going to be all right. Nighttime said, my uncle drank McDonald's beer in 1992. God. Did McDonald's actually sell beer?
I have no idea. I had no idea. There's no, they didn't. They didn't sell beer.
I'm gonna Google it. Oh, Google. See, this is why Google's good, because we just believe that shit back in the day. McDonald's ever sell beer? Yes, McDonald's does sell beer, but primarily in Europe and South Korea.
Oh, okay. So The cool country's got it.
Yeah. One location's been serving it since 1971. But
I know they sold pizza, but I didn't know that.
Well, you probably thought he was served beer at McDonald's, but he just walked around with a big styrofoam cup full of whiskey and like hit your mom.
Man, that's crazy. Can I get a quarter pounder, supersize, some fried? Go ahead and put me up a tall boy of Bud Light. I like it.
Oh my God, dude! Do you remember? That reminds me of a story. Jay and I went to the only on-set cinema thing that we've ever gone to, but it was The Strangers Pray at Night at a pool in Kentucky. So we go to the pool in Kentucky, and we're drinking in the car because they don't have it's just a pool at a campground. And they show the movie, and Damien Maffei was there and talking and stuff. And people were swimming in the pool while watching the movie. It's pretty cool. But we get there, and we're drinking in the car. We're partying, drinking, smoking, snorting. Not really, but that's the saying. And we're like, so how are we gonna? We're like, well, let's just put it in these big McDonald's cups or the big styrofoam ones, like the sweet tea ones. So I filled mine full of whiskey and Jay filled his full of beer. Now, when you fill, I don't know if you guys know this, but when you fill a styrofoam cup full of beer, fucking the grits up, flow to the fucking top, that shit's obvious. But as we go in, the cops are checking people in, and
yeah, you left me.
Well, dude, my cup checked. My cup checked out. And we get up there, and they're JC's like, dude, they're opening people's cells. I was like, it's gonna be fine. We're here now. We can't stop. And somebody had already recognized us. We took like 2 pictures with people that I think were in the line behind us. So it would have been real embarrassing to get kicked out by the cops. And they go up there. And he goes, "Can you open your thing for me?" And I was like, "Sure, just don't smell it, my ear." And I open it, and he shines a light in or whatever. Goes, "Go ahead." And I'm thinking, Jay's.
This damn Mountain Dew's fizzy.
I was like, Jay's so fucked.
I don't know what I was. I think I got in though. I don't think it. He didn't tell me to pour it out. I think he knew what it was, but he just didn't say anything.
He just pretended not to see it because you opened that shit, and I know that head, the beer head, was flowing all over, and he just goes, "Go ahead."
I was like, "Thank you for the bubbly."
Oh, that was the luckiest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Well, he didn't leave it. What happened was, Zachary, is that Mike went down ahead, and then I think someone had gotten in front of me.
If I stopped, it would have made a scene.
Well, no, you turned around, you walked a little bit, and then you turned around to watch the fireworks unfold because you were like, I can't wait till they get thrown out because I don't know what it's going to do. So I was like, I don't know. I was trying to come up with some bullshit story in my head, like something like, oh, it's soda, but it's fizzy. And if he smelled it, I was like, they must have, it must be bad. I don't know. I just found it in the car and I poured it in here. It must be like a rotten soda. I was already coming up with ideas so I wouldn't get thrown out, but no, he didn't give a shit. So I was like, thank God.
Yeah, we got so damn lucky. Anyway, he says, my uncle drank McDonald's beer in 1992 at a DUI and accidentally ran a dude's leg over. He only had 3 McDonald's beers. They don't serve them no more. So he was literally the reason they stopped.
God damn,
the first 3 beers.
God damn you ruined it for everyone.
You know what? Fuck your uncle, Nighttime. Can you tell him that for us? We'd like to go to McDonald's and get a beer. We'd like that.
God. So you could be fat and have cirrhosis. It's great. It's a double whammy.
Actually, I'm very thankful McDonald's doesn't serve beer because if they did serve it, it'd be like their Diet Cokes. It would be awful.
Beer. Yeah, it would be.
No, it'd be delicious. It'd be the most tasty.
I don't think it would be good at all
because their Diet Cokes have some weird carbonation that makes them better than all other Diet Cokes in the world. And if they managed that with beer, I don't know if we'd ever stop drinking.
Yeah, but you know what? I feel like they would just give you the bottle. I don't think they would serve it out of a tap.
That's true.
Yeah.
When someone fucks up and puts it in the Happy Meal.
Yeah, or imagine some little kid going up there and someone messed up and got the lines wrong, and they went up there to Mommy, I want a Dr. Pepper, squirts it in there. It's like, this don't look like Dr. Pepper, but they drink it anyway. And then you got a fucking an early alcoholic over there stumbling around, beating people up in the playpen. What a raging alcoholic 5-year-old's crazy.
It's probably.
Oh, happy birthday, Daphne!
Hey, happy birthday, Daphne! Christopher Sampson, thanks, buddy. He says, hello, everyone. Do you think Hollywood should use AI to resurrect actors of the past? I've been looking for the Wham! Captain America Brave New World review or Y2K. Can't find either. God bless you, boys. And the USA.
Thank you, dude. Well, Captain America Brave New World, I don't know. Is it out on streaming yet? I don't know. I don't know. I had no desire to watch that movie. I really didn't. It just looked like shit to me. Everything about that trailer looked like shit. I don't know. And as far as Y2K, I know that's available to rent, but I think that's good. You know what? I'll watch it if you want us to do a review for it. I don't mind watching it, but I think it's going to suck. And as far as your other question about Hollywood using AI to resurrect actors, that's a loaded question. I don't think it's probably going to go over well with a lot of people for a lot of various reasons. I think it is a little bit macabre to do that. I don't know. I would say morally, ethically, it's wrong. I don't think it's a good idea.
I'm going to be in agreement with you, sir. I'm having a stroke. No, so Brave New World, I agree with Jay. I have zero desire to make myself watch that. Y2K, the reason I didn't watch that in theaters because it looks like it's right up our alley, right? Like you watch the trailer and the first part of the trailer, like, oh my God, this is going to be the greatest fucking movie of all time.
Yeah.
So with the 90s, we lived through Y2K. But then you realize it's a Jonah Hill movie, and then you see the second half of the trailer, and it just kind of looked like corny shit to me. So I didn't want to see it then because I thought they were just going to poo on it. However, I will say this. One of the things I was talking about when I did the Patreon video today was, and I was going to talk to you about this when I come over there the other day, was I think it'd be really cool for all the movies. So like on YouTube, right, we have the algorithm, which is like the worst thing to happen to freedom since I'm not going to make that. It's the worst thing to happen to freedom on YouTube in a long time. Algorithm's a terrible, terrible, terrible thing, and it's awful for creators. But I was like, you know what? We need to start putting more shit on Patreon. Just doing whatever the fuck we want to do and putting it on Patreon. You can join it for as low as $3 and get all the videos. And then like just putting like reviews for movies that came out a couple months ago, reviews for movies that we can't put on our channel because it'll ruin our entire channel. Anyways, my point was you got all those movies that are on streaming, that are online, that you can watch very conveniently. It'd be fun to go back through some of the movies we missed and watch them. And even if you just watch a movie and you want to do a review for it, or if I do and I want to review a review for it. So movies like that is what that idea is perfect for.
Yeah.
But I'm going to shut the fuck up now.
Well, it's really what's interesting too is I firmly believe we're shadow banned on YouTube. I swear to God, dude. I think we are.
I don't think that because
I don't care what you think. I think it's true though.
I don't think they care enough about us to ever shadow ban us. You know what I mean? Like
I don't know, man. Like I feel like we are. I don't know what it is. I just feel like if you opened up the dark books of YouTube, we would be on there. They're like, don't let them get in. Don't let them get recommended.
That might be true.
Don't let them get recommended because these assholes are not good for the youth of America or for anybody else for that matter. They should have been put down in the womb and choked to death with their own umbilical cords. That's what's true. But I don't know. I will say, go on to that though. I agree with what you're talking about with the Patreon, focusing a lot more on that. But I will say, if you guys don't mind, if you guys are hanging out, if you guys would hit a thumbs up on the video or a thumbs down if you don't like what you see, that really does help. Negative or positive helps.
Always a huge help. And again, yeah, joining those at those low tiers, like $3 a month or whatever, and getting all those extra videos. And then in those, we can review an action movie if we want to. We can review Sally Got Fucked by Steve twice. We can do whatever we want to, random commentaries, whatever. And we're going to start putting a lot more effort into doing that for sure. But anyways, yeah.
Justin says Angry Grandma sent him. Cool. Yeah, she was. I remember we talked to her. And
yeah.
Or something. Yeah.
We had Angry Grandma on the show. Her grandson is a fucking sweetheart. I'm not sure Angry Grandma liked us very much.
No, she liked us.
By the end, we won her over. At first, she's like, "What the fuck are you making me do, Jake?"
A lot of people saying Angry Grandma sent them.
That's fucking awesome. Oh, did this just happen? I guess.
Yeah. Did they redirect? Cool beans. Could have been.
Did this just now happen? You know what? I take back everything I said. Angry Grandma loved us. We loved her from day one. But I think when they started the interview with us, she just looking at us. I think she was smoking ciggies too. She was just like,
I was like, I really wish I could enjoy a cigarette with you.
No, they are the best. He's a fucking sweetheart, and she is goddamn hilarious. So if that's true, if people did send you guys over, welcome. That makes me feel so.
Someone's saying raid. They don't have raid. Yeah, it's a raid.
It's a raid.
That's what. Not the cops. I hope the cops don't show up again. Not again. No, like like on Twitch when another creator will send a bunch of their audience over to you as they're ending.
Oh, that's nice. That's fucking sweet. God damn it, that's sweet. So anyway, what we were saying is that we really hate everyone, and we're big pieces of shit, and we don't.
Did you hear that?
Doing this. And what?
Did you hear that? Virus and threat protect. Oh, okay, it was just an update.
That's how your internet would die.
Like, shit, it really was a fucking raid. They sent a virus.
Damn. No, this is for real. Like a bunch of people just coming here. Welcome. Angry Grandma has a crush on us. Well, by God. You know what?
Thank you all for hanging out.
Yeah. No, it's really fucking sweet, man. That's cool. My heart's been touched. Let it touch something else too, if you know. Whoa, hey, Jay, take it easy.
What'd you say?
That was unnecessary.
I don't know why you would say. I didn't hear what you said.
There's a lovely lady.
It's about time for an apple juice, though. Soon.
Yeah, that's disgusting. I do not agree I do not think that they should do that with actors, Chris. I think you're a beautiful human being, but I think that's a slippery slope, and they should never ever do that. KT, we love you too. You're the best,
Katie.
You're the fucking best, Katie. Gary B. Jay, if your doctor ever asked you, just drink ample apple juice.
What?
I think it means if your doctor asks you if you drink, just tell them apple juice, lots of apple juice. And actually, that's probably worse for you than beer because
it's like, well, it's interesting. Yeah, you must drink a lot of apple juice because the yellowing around the whites of your eyes usually is an indicator of liver failure. So I don't think that's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah, I'm always afraid they're like, there's too much cum in your stomach.
Yeah, gotta pump that shit out.
We're gonna have to pump it. And I'm like, again, Jacob, beautiful man. Thanks, buddy. He says, finish the View Askew universe finally. My two faves have to be Dogma and Clerks 2. And my least faves were the Jay and Silent Bob Reboot and Clerks 3. How about you guys? I still love them all. Not as much as I love you guys. I love you too, buddy. Squirt, finger guns. Fucking
I will say favorite 2. Clerks 1, I think, without a doubt. And I'd probably put Dogma on there with you. I think I would go with Dogma as well. I didn't like the reboot necessarily either. I thought the reboot was all right. It had some touching moments on it, but it felt extremely watered down. And Clerks 3 had a great emotional into it, but it didn't have anything like super powerful, awesome.
I think you guys are absolutely insane if you don't have Mallrats in your top 2. Mallrats has got to be the top 2. I would go Mallrats, and I would just go. I'll go Clerks. I guess the original Clerks. I do love Clerks 2 a lot, though. Fucking hilarious. Love Dogma as well. But yeah, dude, least 2 favorite. I would probably go. God, that's actually tough. I will go Jay and Silent Bob Reboot with you. I like Clerks 3, although it's depressing as shit. There's got to be one I'm missing in there because there's a couple turds. There's a couple turd sandwiches for sure. We love you too, buddy.
Thank you, man.
Where were we? Oh, yeah. Let's do this real quick. Let's do this real fast. How about our top 10 movies of the 90s as a whole? Jay, you want to go first or you want me to go first?
You can go first.
Sweet. That's what I wanted you to say. Dirty little fucking shut up. Okay, so my top 10 movies of the 90s. Whole list right there for you. This sucked. This sucks so much ass to do, man. It was awful. I hated it. I had to leave some of the greatest movies of all time off this list, and I'm really upset about what happened. So number 10 is Empire Records for me. Quality-wise, maybe you'll say that doesn't belong there, but it's I probably watched that more than any movies on this list. I just watched it literally on Rex Manning's Day on April the 8th and still adore it to this day. GoldenEye, again, I had to leave some better movies like True Romance. I had to leave off this list for GoldenEye. But when you talk about the 90s, when you talk about your youth,
yeah,
it was one of the first movie experiences for me ever. First James Bond movie I ever seen. One of the first times I'd ever been in a movie theater and watching Pierce Brosnan with that 5 o'clock fucking shadow, dude.
Sexy.
Dive off of that dam and just Sadimois himself down there was, and that including the game, nothing like it.
Mm-hmm.
Wayne's World, it's got to be on the list. Fucking classic. Could have put Wayne's World 2 there. They're just as good as one another, for sure. If you're gonna spew into this, Calgon, huh? Ancient Chinese secret. Dumb and Dumber. So I limited myself to one Jim Carrey movie. I had to do it because there's Liar Liar, there's Ace Ventura. I wanted to put a Cable Guy. I wanted to put them all in. I decided to limit myself to one, and I made it Dumb and Dumber because of just reasons. Could have been any of them. Number 6, Heat.
Yes.
Fucking Al Pacino is like,
what happens when you pee?
Because she's got a huge ass, and you got your head all the way up it. Don't waste my motherfucking time. Speed, obviously, with a mystery guest. Please sign in.
Yep.
Fucking great.
I believe that's when Keanu Reeves sold his soul to the devil, because you can't go from like Bill and Ted and then you go into that sexy beast of a man, and then you get it's just incredible.
Yeah. D-Land. Melissa Itzace. That's fucking great. Yeah, I'm giving you the no honk guarantee. No, but yeah, Speed's fucking great. Harry, you're gonna go home and puke. Goodfellas, obviously, it's fucking classic. When we did our list for that year, I forgot about it, which I feel stupid about. But it's the all-time great mob film. It's either Goodfellas or Godfather 2. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows the rules. T2, you don't have to say anything about it. It's fucking Terminator 2. It's the greatest action movie that's ever been made. 7, David Fincher 7. Again, I limited myself to one Fincher film as well, and I decided instead of Fight Club, it was going to be Scream. Guys, this is hard. This is a hard fucking list to make, but I think 7 is aged better than Fight Club, so I went with 7. And again, 7's one of the biggest reasons I fell in love with movies the first time I saw it. And number 1, Scream. You know what? People are going to say, of course, Mike's number 1 was Scream. And I'm going to say, hey, why don't you go fuck your mother? I don't care what you think about me. I love Scream. Live her alone. Get it up and suck me, beautiful. That's my top 10 of the 90s.
I don't even want to have mine on there because I didn't put any goddamn comedies on mine. Like none.
Hey, you know what?
I did. I did have one on there. Never mind. It's a good list.
Good. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I don't agree with you at all about Scream. It sounds like such a pussy move, but I will give it to you that you stuck with your guns. You stuck to your guns.
I've seen your list too, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I didn't say mine was great.
How about that?
I didn't say mine was great. I swear to God, I forgot about GoldenEye.
It was a tough one to put in there, dude. It just means so much to me. And again, for those of you who may be new to the channel and don't know this, these lists are made we're not saying these are the top 10 best films of the 90s. That'd be impossible. What we're saying is that these are our 10 favorite films.
Yeah, that's all it is. So I put it in like movies that actually make me like the ones I rented over and over again in the 90s. That's how
that does make sense to me. All right, here's Jay's list.
Let's see.
Let's get ready for the thunder. Anytime now. Now, Silent Bob. Now.
All right. Well, let's start off with a bang because you thought you were going to get hated. I got Event Horizon on mine. People like, what the fuck? No, dude. I love Event Horizon. It was a great haunted house in space. I thought the movie was incredible. I really wish that we could have got a director's cut and we could have seen what the actual vision of that movie would have been. But unfortunately, it was lost in the salt mines of Utah or some shit. I don't know. You'll never see it again. I put Clerks on there, obviously. I think Clerks is one of the best films. Get the dashes off of the screen.
So was that, my finger got stuck.
I think Clerks represents the 90s so well. That's why I have it on my list. There was something really, really special about that movie. I don't know. It encapsulates something about that decade perfectly. And the black and white works wonders for it. Tombstone, my opinion, the greatest Western film of all time. Val Kilmer's best performance of all time as Doc Holliday. The whole thing was stacked with talent. Everybody was great in that movie. I loved everything about that film. I've watched it several fucking times over and over again. It's a great movie. The only other one that would have come close to it was Unforgiven, but I put Tombstone in ahead of it because I like the story of better. Blair Witch Project. It redefined horror in a way that hadn't been redefined in a long time. The found footage of that movie, I know now people are like, yeah, well, it doesn't really hold up. It doesn't hold water anymore once you've seen it once. But back then, not only was the viral marketing out of this world, and there will never be a movie that marketed itself like that. The found footage was something that no one had ever seen. It actually did scare the shit out of you when you went and see that in theater because you had no idea what the fuck you were watching. You're like, this shit's illegal. I don't know. Why did the cops release this? Goodfellas for obvious reasons. One of the best mafia movies of all time. The mafia movie of the 90s. That it is what it. Casino was great too, but Goodfellas is what it be. Scream. Going back to Blair Witch Project, it had been a long time before Scream that nothing, like everything was the same. Nothing had come out that had really put new blood in the horror genre, and Scream filled that void. And that's why if Scream is. It was the Nirvana. It really was the Nirvana of the horror genre at the time. It was doing something that no one else had really done. It was turning the horror genre up on its head, and Wes Craven was behind it. It's perfectly cast, I think, at 5 in the list. Jurassic Park. What? Of course, it's fucking scary, dude. Those dinosaurs were scary as shit to me. The CG is all. By the way, the CG in Jurassic Park still looks fucking good today. Steven Spielberg killed it. He did an excellent job. Also, the cast was great. The story was great. There will never be anything like Jurassic Park again. Never. The Crow, greatest movie of all time. As far as comic book movies of all time, the greatest, period. Brandon Lee's ultimate performance. It is what it is. It will never be touched. In my opinion, there will never be another superhero movie like The Crow, period.
Agreed.
Terminator 2, we don't need to go into it. We just don't, okay? And then The Matrix. And now the reason why I have The Matrix as number 1 is that when Matrix came out in 99, that movie was a groundbreaking film, dude. There's been so many conspiracy theories that have popped up out from this movie. The idea that we're living in a simulation, it changed, I think, the face of cinema after this movie came out, in my opinion. I think it's just insanely good. It's not only a great film, it's cerebral. It's got a thriller element to it. It's also got an amazing soundtrack to it. Like The Matrix Reloaded and The Matrix Revolution weren't even close to this. This one is the pendulum of greatness as far as The Matrix is concerned. Nothing close to it. And that's it. Now, someone said no TMNT. I have TMNT on an honorable mentions list. I didn't put it in there, but I wanted to. But compared to all these other movies, I just couldn't feel. I didn't feel like I could put it in a top 10.
Hey, everybody say that Jay's list is better. I want you to leave. I want you to leave the room right now. Get out. Get out. All right, go. I mean it. Get out of here right now. Just go. No. Jay can leave.
Come on.
You can go too.
I just did forever. I just did the ending of The Matrix. I always remember that part where he was in the phone booth and he was like, he looks up and he starts flying, and then you hear that, come on, and then that music. Who was it that sings that song?
The Jupiter's Butt Crack?
No, in The Matrix at the very end of the movie. It's like that rock.
Oh, Prodigy?
No, I don't know if it's Prodigy. I don't remember, but I was like, God damn. I was like, I don't know who that band is, dog. But that hits hard.
It's crazy. I actually thought we would have more of the similar ones.
Well, I didn't know you were going to put The Crow at or not The Crow, Scream at number 1. I figured it'd be in your top 5.
Yeah. No, Scream, dude. Scream is my number 1. Hey, man, it changed fucking horror forever. It saved the horror genre. The horror genre was in the fucking toilet. All right, it was in the toilet, and Scream literally saved the horror genre, and I will forever love it for that. It's a perfect film. It's a perfect film.
I think I give it its props. I definitely the horror genre had to come very stale.
Yeah,
at the point before the Scream came out.
And you have more classic films on your list easily by far. I mean, you have The Matrix. I don't have that on mine. You have Jurassic Park. I don't have that on mine. You have Tombstone. These are all in my honorable mentions for sure. I don't have Clerks on mine either. So, but yeah, it's just like it became, and that's what I told you guys when I made this list. I hated making this list worse than any list because I had to leave so many movies off, like literal. I have the movies that like could have made the cut. It's fucking insane, dude. Twister, Cable Guy, Broken Arrow, Devil's Advocate, Liar Liar, SLC Punk, Rounders, Fight Club, American Beauty, The Matrix, American Pie, Arachnophobia, People Under the Stairs, Silence of the Lambs, White Man Can't Jump, True Romance, Demolition Man, The Crow, Forrest Gump, Ace Ventura, Airheads, Clerks, Pulp Fiction, Empire Record, Casino, Toy Story, Dusk Till Dawn, Independence Day, The Rock. By God, for those not to make a list is insanity.
The only one I really Fiction. How long did it take you to do your list?
About 30, 45 minutes, maybe.
Took me 5 minutes.
Well,
I'm kidding. It really did. It took me about an hour. Because what I did was I took all the movies and I listed out my favorite ones of each like 1990, 91, and then I started going through and eliminating them, and that took me a little longer. But one of the ones I almost put on the list, and I was like, I wanted to switch it off from Event Horizon, but I didn't, because I just love Event Horizon, dude. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. It really
Did you know, Jay, that you were simply the movie guy? Jay's the movie guy.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. It's the only thing I got in my life.
I know. I can stop. Yeah, I can't. It's weird because like my love for Scream turns him off. I don't know like why Scream's not. Oh fuck, it is. It's right there on your list. That's weird. I don't know how I got.
Well,
there.
I will say I almost put Men in Black in instead of Event Horizon personally, but I didn't. Know what, dude?
Men in Black was that whole summer. Like
that's I know.
Day too. Like
that's what. Independence Day, Men in Black, the tentpole movies.
Yeah. Like, it did hurt to leave The Matrix off. I think everybody enjoyed getting that VHS on Christmas too. Like that shiny ass VHS, man. It was such a beautiful moment.
Yeah, The Matrix was such a great. Well, for me, because I'd never seen a movie like it before. Like it really made you like holy shit, like think about stuff. You're like, what if that was true? Like it could be. It's feasible. Like I don't know. Like when after you watch that movie, you're like, holy shit, I need to meet someone like Morpheus so they can wake me up. Wake up, Theo.
There's a reason you're lonely, man. That's all I'm saying. What?
Are we still on Lonely Boy Club?
Guys, I'm just fucking kidding. I don't give a shit.
No, but I didn't put 7 on there because April asked me, but when I would tell her my list, she's like, you didn't put any thrillers on there. I actually forgot about 7. But I guess you could look at The Crow. The Crow is kind of a thriller movie.
Dude, there's no right list.
There really isn't for that 90s. Decade.
It really comes down to personal taste, like, you know what I mean? It like personal, like what movie did that mean, like emotionally, or like do I have more nostalgia tied to? I think it comes down to that at the end of the day. So it's impossible to have a correct list, you know. But we both had good. So we both had Goodfellas. We both had, you left Wayne's World off your list.
I know I didn't. I don't. The only comedy I had on there was Clerks.
We both had T2. We both had Scream. You left Speed off your list. Wow.
Yeah. Well, you know, because I thought about Bogus Journey. I was like, no one's gonna believe you.
Yeah, they're doing a play together, by the way. Alex Winter and Keanu Reeves are doing a play together somewhere.
Well, I think he's just throwing Alex Winter a bone. He's like, all right.
He's like, I won't do a movie with you, but
he's like, well, he did the third Bill and Ted, but it was around their daughters, which is like whatever.
Dude, I think the problem with that was it came out during COVID, right? Wasn't it a COVID movie?
Yeah, I think it didn't. I think it streamed only.
If it wasn't during COVID. Remember. It was right at the tail end of COVID for sure. But yeah, those are our lists. There are many like it, but these ones are ours. I like that everybody turned into a competition. That was weird.
What?
I said I like that everybody turned into a competition. That was weird.
Well, you're right.
He's the movie guy.
It's all about preference. It's all about preference. Jesus, you're gonna ride that one to the ground. All right, I'll be back.
All right. Listen, Nighttime said, Katie. Oh, I gotta save that one for when Jay comes back. I gotta hear his opinion on this because, oh God, the Katy Perry going to space thing was that's a trip right there. That's a total trip. Guys, give us your top 10s if you can think of them in the comments. In the comments down below, if you want to think about them later, put them on the video afterwards, or you want to put them in here right now. It's a hard thing to do because the second you do it, it's like, man, it's all about what you left off. I left off so many movies dear to me. It fucking hurts. All right, Lucas said Fast and Furious. The fuck, Lucas? What the fuck's wrong with you? I'm just kidding. Everybody has their shit. You're fucking tired, Elijah. Shut up. I'm surprised that Showdown wasn't in Jay's top 10, honestly. No. I'm thinking Big Trouble Little China. Showdown Little Tokyo, I want to put in there. Like I did. That movie's so underrated. Not enough people have seen Showdown Little Tokyo. Probably because it sounds just like Big Trouble Little China. But like, yeah, dude. Brandon Lee, Dolph Lundgren. If you guys haven't seen that movie, it's a fucking treat. If you like old action movies, JCVD, all that shit, no, Showdown Little Tokyo is fucking amazing. You got to see it. Victor likes Leprechaun. That's okay. Princess Mononoke. Hey, for people who like that anime shit, they love that shit for sure. We got a film lover in here. Pulp Fiction, Boogie Nights, True Romance, Days Confused, Goodfellas. That's a great list, dude. Love seeing that Mark Wahlberg wiener. Who doesn't? It hurt me not to put True Romance in there, dude, because I do love it. Rounders, definitely in my honorable mentions for sure. Silence of the Lambs. Josephine says Fight Club better than 7. Age better. See, I just like for me, like, and I think I'm not saying the movie aged better, but for me as an adult, like Fight Club's a little bit more angsty teen, whereas 7 I think is more timeless. So that's just where I land on it, but I get it. Fight Club's a fucking banger. It's a great film.
Yeah, I have a hard time remembering Fight Club as much as 7. Like a 7 just stuck with me more.
Mm-hmm. Constantly fucking watch it, dude. Have you heard about this, by the way? Katy Perry went to fucking space. Yeah.
Why don't you leave her up there?
I heard the one lady. So what they did was they were like, they do these. I believe it's just a rich person thing that a rich person can pay like at least $150,000, and they can shoot up in a spaceship and go see space for a minute and come down. Yeah. But what they did, they were like, we're taking an all-women voyage to space. And it's a women's voyage. It's the Blue Man Crew or whatever. And made a big fucking deal about it. And Katy Perry is on board. And a bunch of people were actually like Aaron Rodgers' ex-girlfriend. Who was that?
Olivia Munn?
Yeah. She actually came out and she was like, I think that's stupid. She's like, I think it's wasteful. You have all these people, all these money problems in the world, and you want everybody to kiss your ass because you're spending $150,000 that could go to help people so that you can see space for 5 seconds. Which, by the way, you can't tell people what to do with their money.
It's true.
Also, but also, like, don't act like you're like I'm such a brave, strong woman because I went to space with my millions of dollars.
I wonder if Katy Perry is going to redo her Intergalactic song with Kanye up there.
Dude, that's what I thought. Like, did you make a song about fucking aliens?
Some like alien sex or what? I can't remember the name of it.
Next alien.
Well, from what I heard, Jeff Bezos' wife went up there as well, and it's supposed to be like her bachelorette party. Like that's literally what it was for, or some shit like that. So it's like, God damn, you have that's what you call a disposable income. Holy shit.
Hey guys, look, Betty Cocker.
Well, good for Jeff Bezos, because he's like, you know what? I can finally have a bachelor party, and my wife ain't gonna know shit because she ain't even in the atmosphere anymore. So it's not even about being an area code. She's not even on the earth. I can do whatever I want.
I saw they said they were like, yes. One of the ladies was like, yeah, Katy Perry sang in space. She sang in space, and I was like, well, it's like the xenomorphs were like, God damn it, turn this shit off in space. Everyone can hear you sing, unfortunately.
Yeah, did she bring her auto-tune with her?
Joe Valentine said, keep, reboot, forget. Keep, reboot, or forget. Lethal Weapon, Bad Boys, or Die Hard.
Okay, so you got to keep one, reboot one, or forget one.
Yeah.
I will keep Die Hard. I will forget Bad Boys, and I'll reboot Lethal Weapon.
I like it. I will keep Lethal Weapon just the way it is. I will reboot Die Hard. Even though out of those options I totally get. I will forget Bad Boys solely for the reason that was a time capsule, man. Like Will Smith and Martin Lawrence were really cool to me then because I was so young and they were so funny. But all the cool stuff like I thought was cool. If they did that movie today and try to make it like hip, I'm old, so I'd just be fucking annoyed with it. Yeah. So I'll say forget it.
So you don't really want to be like Mike Lowry.
Mike Lowry. Jeremy Shelley says, have you guys seen the trailer for the new Bob Lazar documentary? UFO documentary. It looks amazing. Love you guys. Love you.
No, I'm not, but I'm definitely going to watch it because Bob Lazar, I believe him, yo. I don't know why, but I believe him, yo. He's like the guy on the couch at Half Baked. That's another one we left off our 90s list. Half Baked.
Oh yeah, dude. That's another. That may have been 2000. No. It was 90s. You're right.
Yeah, but so, I don't know. Yeah, I'll definitely watch that shit, dude. Like I think that story of Bob Lazar is so fucking fascinating, and you can believe him or not, but dude, I feel like he knows a lot of shit in a way that I feel like he's not bullshitting. Like, and he's also like a smart guy, and he's like weirdly he's eccentric too. Like, I feel like somebody that had gone through that shit's not gonna have all their nuts and bolts on. I don't know. I believe him.
I do too. I do too. I fully believe in aliens, and I believe him. I haven't seen the trailer for that, unless it's the one that played, I think, at like one of the festivals, and everybody's saying that there's some real big shit. I'm just so sick of the people on Twitter and stuff that are like, disclosure is coming. Every single time there's a movie like this or there's anything, they're like, disclosure is coming. This is it, boys. This is the one. And it's always the same bullshit over and over again. So they really like hype it up.
It's not, I just don't ever think you're going to have the government coming out flatly and saying, yes, you know, there are aliens and we've been in contact with them, or we recovered spacecraft from them, and we've been, you know, trying to, you know, reverse engineer their technology for decades. You're never going to hear that because it's not in the interest or the benefit of the government to say that to you. The only way you're going to know is if they come down with their big ass giant ships like an Independence Day and be like, I'm gonna blow up the Empire State Building because I can. That's the only time you're gonna be like, oh, they're real. That's weird.
Totally agree. I also agree with D-Land. Tia Leone and Bad Boys.
Woo. Yeah, dude. She
was wild. That was.
She was extremely hot.
It was a
Victor Rattlehead says the Green Mile is so good. That's another one, dude. Yeah, and Shawshank Redemption as well. I didn't put either one of those on there, but they're both great. And dude, for me, and I almost put it on mine too, was Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump was so fucking good, dude.
Yeah, it makes me mad though. Ginny's such a bitch.
She is actually one of the worst villains of the 20th century of all time.
Her and Kirsten Dunst in the Spider-Man movies, just right there together, dude. Michael Parton, Chris Evans, Johnny Storm was a childhood boy crush.
Yeah, me too.
Not anymore because he's celibate. Because that's sexy.
Wow, you're hot. So are you. And I'm not just saying that. No, like you're burning up. Yeah, dude. Like that's. I feel like Chris Evans. You know, people love him as Captain America, but dude, back in the day, that's who I knew him for. It was Johnny Storm. He was an awesome Johnny Storm. He hit that perfect. Like you can say what you want about those films, but Jessica Alba was hot as fuck in those movies, and Chris Evans knocked it out of the park as Johnny Storm.
You had it at one. There was no need to even go to two. 62190 Fiverr says, any bets on Mike Flanagan's Exorcist? Can anyone get this franchise right, dude? It's tough. If anyone can do it, I would say Mike Flanagan. What I find interesting is that Mike Flanagan said about this movie, he said, no one can do what The Exorcist did. There's no point in trying. He was like, so I'm doing a new thing. And he did say it's the scariest thing he's ever done. I believe that he's going to make a good film. I will say that. I do believe he's going to make a good movie.
I think Mike Flanagan can do it, but I also think that there's really no need to remake The Exorcist.
I agree with that too.
I think William Friedkin, I think that's it. Yeah, I think he did it. You can't top it. There's just no need to even do that movie again.
Yeah, but I'm excited to see what he does with it. The only thing I'm worried about is it is Universal Blumhouse again, so you don't know. Tyler McInturf, Jay. Every time I see you read anything new about Thunderbolts, I get more excited. Mike, don't be such a pessimist all the time. But I know Jonathan will join me in proudly saying, "Bucky, wreck this bussy." What's a bussy, Jay?
I don't know, a pussy, but he couldn't say it on the internet.
Oh no, I was being facetious. It means a man butt.
Is that what that means? God, I would never survive prison. I was like,
pussy.
Let me wreck that pussy. Like, first off, there's no bellhops here. I don't know what he's talking about.
Love you too, Tyler. Hey, I'll go see it. Like the second trailer did look good, right?
I think, I think Thunderbolts will be a good movie, dude. I really do. I have hope. I have hope.
Yeah, don't give me hope. JT Custom said, "I know what you did last summer. News soon. Same with Silent Night." We're getting a trailer very soon for I Know What You Did Last Summer. Very soon. And I'm intrigued by what the director said. She said the movie is not serious. It's not a serious movie, but she also said it's far more brutal and the kills are way better. So,
man, I didn't like I Know What You Did Last Summer, really, at the original one. So, I mean, I hope it's good. I hope that they, if they have fun with it, but I don't know.
I do think, JT, that the Silent Night tease that Bloody Disgusting did today was for the Rohan Campbell announcement. That movie's not supposed to come out till November, December, right? So I don't think we'll see a trailer or anything for that soon. But I do think that I Know What You Did Last Summer trailer any day now. Any day now, we're getting that. Nighttime said, Mike, Warfare was basically a scary horror film. Dude, I'm telling you, it really fucking was.
Oh, is that new one that's that looked good?
Dude, so good.
The military, I saw a trailer for it a couple of days ago. It looked fucking good.
Man, I'm telling you, I went to see this and it gave me heart palpitations. It's a horror movie. Like, it's no doubt a horror movie. The things that happen to these soldiers, like the gore and shit, is just so gnarly. And so, I was talking about Hereditary. The reason that movie is so scary, it's not all the hoogie boogie shit at the end. It's actually when the mom finds the girl's headless corpse in her car, and hear Toonie Coulette screaming, and the boy wakes up and he remembers what he did, and you can hear her screaming. That's why that movie's so fucked up. And there's a scene in here where this guy will not stop screaming, and it gets in your soul, and it's so tense. There's jump scares in that movie. It is a horror movie, dude.
Is it that's the A24 one?
I don't know if it's A24. It might be.
I thought A24 did it. It looked good, though.
You might be right. Hey, Thor, stop trying to steal.
It kind of looked like it looked like a amped up version of Black Hawk Down.
Yeah, dude. It's the best war movie since Hurt Locker. Oh, 100%. But it's hard to watch, dude. Do not see this if you guys have any kind of PTSD whatsoever. I'm telling you, it'll fuck you up. I'm
gonna have to watch it now. You know, I'm gonna take Contrarian on it.
I know you, you piece of shit. Hey, but to be fair, if you're gonna watch it, don't be fucking streaming that shit. You gotta go to the theater and see it because it's loud and it's scary as shit. Turlington, thank you, buddy. Best name on YouTube said, pranked the wife by putting a very ripe and extra crusty pair of whiteys in her drawer with a sticky note saying, "Stone is the crustiest auto." Now my copy of Halo Reach is missing. This means war.
How fucking dare she? Not your Halo Reach.
You don't touch Halo Reach. You do not touch the Halo Reach.
God, dude.
Don't do it.
Those are such a good time when Halo Reach was out. And then I always thought it was going to be better when Halo 4 came out. It sucked the life out of the room. Like when I go into a party and tell a joke, it was the same way.
All right. Hold on, though. Jay says this, but I was fucking front row seat sitting next to Jay every night for like 12 hours a night playing Halo Reach. And when that game came out, Jay didn't do anything but fucking scream and bitch at the screen.
Because I was invested. I was invested. I wanted us to be the best.
You don't understand. It wasn't even. I'm not even talking about you yelling at me because I like to throw sticky grenades in and blow up.
No, because Mike would steal my fucking kills, and then he would get like the medals and shit. Like I was doing a lot.
Bro, I'm just shooting people. That's
but then
job.
I was like, I'm gonna go in here and clear this room out. Mike was like, okay, and then he would throw a grenade in there. I'm like, dude, you're blowing me up too.
Let's try to help, bro. But no, when that game came out, this game fucking sucks. Why is this fucking dude? There's something wrong with the AR. They're not fucking dude. They fucking nerfed the battle rifle. I can't do shit. I can't fucking. Look, he just turned off his Xbox.
Hey, dude, I was invested shit, dude. Yeah, it's called gamer rage, dude. I've not had that in a long time, but that game got to me. But we were good. I had a pretty good KD ratio in that game.
Jay would quit and leave the game and come back an hour later. He'd be like, "All right, I'm feeling better now."
I had to take a break. I had to take a break.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna go have my breakfast over there in the corner. You have your breakfast over here. I'll be back. But no,
are you mad at me? I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, but I still loved it. I thought it was a lot. Maybe it's because it was dummied down. It was a lot easier to learn for me anyway than Halo 3. Halo 3 was like you really had to have your nuts twisted on tight because that game was fucking hard on multiplayer.
Jay and I's butter was SWAT. And for those of you who don't know, it was one shot head kill. So if you shot somebody in the head, they're dead immediately, and you had to be fucking good to play that shit. And we got
and there was also no radar, so you had to know the map. You couldn't track them on the radar.
God, dude, there was no sweeter. Like, people say sex is great, but if you've ever just like turned a corner and popped somebody in the head real quick, that was the best.
Dude, nothing gets your wiener harder than triple kill, overkill, kill-tacular, kill atrocity. Get you going.
God, dude. I think MJ was like 2 at that point. I'd be on a kill-tacular and she'd walk in front of the TV and I would just take her head and push her out of the way. Like, get out of here. I'm just kidding. By the way,
I think the worst. I think I remember the angriest I got at you, and I remember what it was too. Because you and I would scream and bitch when I was having a bad game, and it would be what it be. I mean, that's just what I did. That's how I talked myself through it. It's like, if you're on a championship Lakers team, sometimes you're not going to go. You're going to be mad at yourself. But I got mad at Mike because I remember. I don't know why, because we had the headsets on, but then I started hearing Katie laugh, and I was like, Mike's fucking letting her listen. To me, bitch. To me,
my headset on. She couldn't hear you.
No, but she started like, you were like, listen. I heard you say listen. So either you pulled the microphone out of the controller so it was coming through your speakers, or you let her listen. And it pissed me off. I was like, you know what, dude? This is our guy time. I'm having a guy fucking breakdown right now, and now your wife's laughing at me.
That must be true, because there's no way you'd remember this. All this.
I never forgot it, because I was like, I was thinking to myself, I was like, I never did that to Mike. I never would have. I never would have done that to Mike.
That's fucking great. Oh god, dude, I gotta go pee. I gotta go pee. We're at Crazy Thing at 8:38.
8:30. All right.
Hey, Katie, listen to this.
See, I knew it. See, you're an asshole. Crazy Saint. Thank you so much. They say, yo, motherfuckers, I love you. I love you too, Crazy. I, of course, had to say, hola. Who are both your favorite comedians right now? Matt Rife has been cracking my shit up lately. Matt Rife's good. I'm not really watching a lot of his stuff, but I'll say my favorite comedian right now, off the top of my head, is Shane Gillis. I think Shane Gillis is hilarious. I think he's like, he's one of those few comedians that came out of that Joe Rogan troupe that actually is funny. You know what I mean? Like, how Joe Rogan was like surrounding himself with all the best comedians at the time, and he had him on his show all the time. Shane Gillis is like legitimate. Like, he is funny as fuck. So I really do like Shane Gillis. But Matt Rife is good. But good stuff. I'll ask Mike when he gets back. Thank you, man. Tyler McInturf. Probably said that right. Okay, that's for Mike. Yes. So I'll wait for Mike to get back. Thank you, Tyler. DeMarco says, did you guys hear about Van Damme and Seagal patching things up and maybe doing a movie together? I have not heard that. That would be awesome. But we'll see. I don't know. That honestly would be like seeing Christopher Reeve's Superman working with Michael Keaton's Batman. If they were on screen together, that would be fucking insane. And I would totally watch it. I wouldn't give a fuck how badly the movie might suck, but I didn't know about that, but I'll keep my eye on it. Thank you, DeMarco. Mercutio also said, what do you gays think of the Wayans wanting to reboot In Living Color on Netflix? I think that would be awesome, to be fair. I think the Wayans brothers coming back and doing In Living Color would be exactly what television needs right now, because the SNL is garbage. It's been hot dog shit for a long time. Mad TV has been long gone. There's not really anything like that on TV that's funny. So yeah, I think if the Wayans brothers came back in a creative role and revived In Living Color, and as long as they were able to do the jokes and shit the way they wanted to do them, but like they did back in the day, I think it would be a hit. I wish that had never gone away. By the way, but thanks, man. Crazy wanted to know, who's your favorite comedian right now?
Oh, dude, I don't listen to anybody.
I said right Shane Gillis. No, you like that one dude. You like that Australian dude.
I do love Shane Gillis, and I love Jim Jeffries. The funniest one that stuck with me most recently was one of Marlon Wayne's ones. I thought it was fucking great, so I'll say that one for now. And then I love Shane Gillis too. It's a good one.
This is for you.
No, we only watched one episode of the first White Lotus episode of season 3, and dude, it's just so hard once you're all wrapped up in the characters from the previous season that when the new season starts, it's just hard to get into. So I think we took a break on it. I've been spoiled on some shit, not all of it from Twitter, but good. I'm definitely going to finish it for sure. Parker Posey, what I saw in the first episode, she was really good though, for sure.
Yeah. And the only one I was answering was Mercutio was talking about, he was talking about the Wayans brothers coming back and rebooting In Living Color.
I think they're going to bring it, dude. I think, they're rebooting Living Color?
No, I think it's a rumor right now.
I'd be down for that. I think that'd be awesome.
What the fuck, dude? How the fuck can I? Oh, okay, there it is. I was gonna say no. Yeah, this is what it was. He says, "Did you?" No, that's another interesting. DeMarco says, "Did you guys hear about Van Damme and Seagal Patching doing a movie together?" I would watch the shit out of that. I would. I don't care, dude. If it was awful, I'd still watch it.
I'd say this: Seagal doesn't deserve Van Damme to do a movie with him. They both probably need it, but Seagal would be terrible. He can't even do anything anymore, so it'd probably be fucking awful.
Yeah. Kyle says, Mike, any news on Terrifier 4 a game recommendation?
Absolutely nothing, my good man, on Terrifier 4. I just checked the other day. The last thing we heard, they were working on the script, and that's all we know. That's all we know.
The only game that I would recommend right now, it's not out yet. It comes out in May. Is Doom: The Dark Ages. Looks really fun. I'm definitely looking forward to that one.
Dune or Dune?
Doom.
Dune or Doom?
Doom. Casper, thank you so much, Casper.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Crazy.
And by the way, real quick, I want to say, everybody I saw a bunch of comments saying that they were sent over by Angry Grandma. Welcome. If you guys are still here, probably not, but
no,
if you are,
they left.
Yeah, probably left. But if you are, welcome. Thank you for taking the time to check us out. We really appreciate you guys giving us a shot here, and we do get funnier and better looking as time goes on.
Well, they have to be drinking happy juice for that to happen for us to get better looking. But I think what they were thinking is after they came in here and they listened to us for about 5 minutes, they're like, "Grandma was drunk."
Very sweet of them to do that. Thank you,
very nice of you. Thank you, Angry Grandma. But it says Summer Pitch or She's All That. Out of those two, I will take Summer Pitch without a doubt. I love Summer Pitch, dude.
The Summer Pitch is fucking awesome.
That was the movie I watched going into high school, and I was like, I'm gonna act just like fucking Freddie Prinze Jr. No, Freddie Prinze Jr. Like, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm just trying to like work things out in my head and like try to be mysterious and shit. It didn't work, obviously, because I was like, little did I know, you don't look like Freddie Prinze, so it's not gonna work for you. So, lesson learned. But I was trying to be like that dude. Be like, yeah, just nothing really bothers me. I'm just trying to do what's right for me. I'm trying to figure things out. It just nobody's like, God, he's a fucking weirdo.
Dude. Like
Summer Pitch is great.
I was the guy who was like, I love fat women. Love Summer Catch, man. Such a good movie.
Lord of Dogtown says a little Termina apple juice and some Wham. Not a bad way to end my Monday. Mike, no Lethal Weapon 90s love. Shame on you,
bro. The original's the best. The original's the best. Was 2 even in the 90s? I can't remember for sure. So that if Lethal not, that only lives 3 and 4. So
Lethal Weapon 2 was in the 90s.
Was it?
No, I could be wrong.
No, the first one was. Hang on, I gotta look it up now. Lethal Weapon 2.
I didn't even
no, 2 was 89. So that only leaves 3 and 4. So yeah, I stand by that. I mean, they're both great films, but I stand by
I didn't put, what, Die Hard with a Vengeance would have been a really good one too.
Yeah, no
shit. Film, so many good ones, dude.
Coming up on 30 years of that.
Look at this big motherfucker. Lee,
the
Machine Bowers comes in here looking hot and sexy with his monster truck. Says, "Hey, my sexy fellas, heck yeah, let's party." Hey, Loomis, I didn't know you were a singer while on the toilet. All I heard you sing is Die, Michael, Die, along with Fart, and I heard Chalice singing next to you, too. Well, first off, yes, it had been a long day, Lee, and that's usually my go-to song as I'm trying to take a poop. I always sing Die, Michael, Die. That's what my go-to. That helps me push out the duty. But I find it a lot more disturbingly that you're in there listening to me take a hunk of burning chunk of booty into the toilet bowl and you're acting like that's normal. You need to stay out of the goddamn restroom when I'm in there, Lee. Disgusting.
Chalice on the toilet's just like,
oh, his private bar in there.
Sitting on the toilet. Sitting on the toilet.
I thought he was gonna be more like Tom Arnold in Austin Powers. He's like, "We can do this, buddy. We'll get through this together." He's like, "Holy shit, boy! What did you eat?" Thank you, Lee. Always a champion, dude.
Thanks,
Legend,
man.
Dude. Legend. Thank you, man. Matt Roberts as my all-time favorite '90s movie is American Pie. That's another one I didn't put on the list either, but yeah, that's a great one.
It's fucking
well, because I said Clerks was the one that encapsulated the 90s for me the best, just because of the way the day-to-day activities was. But as for American Pie, encapsulated like the high school years of going to school in the 90s for sure.
And so fun fact, by the way, when I was listening to the Mark Hoppus autobiography, he talked about them being in that movie, and I didn't know. Tell me this: did anybody realize that "Go Trig Boy" was like a famous quote that people quoted all the time?
No.
Apparently, Go Trig Boy, because in that scene, it's the scene where Jason Biggs, where she's dancing for him, whatever, and they're watching, and Blink's there, and Mark's going, "Go Trig Boy, it's your birthday." And apparently, that became a huge thing to the point where people would quote it to him, not even knowing that he's the one who said it. He was like, "Yeah, I can't live that down." They're like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "I'm the one who started that." And they're like, "Oh, fuck."
I thought you meant like it was already a saying before Mark Hoppus said it.
No, like apparently he started it. And also, I didn't know this, but he said that Tom DeLonge actually read for the part of Stifler in that movie. Like Tom DeLonge wanted to play Stifler and read for the part, actually. So there's an alternate universe where Tom DeLonge was Stifler in that movie, which would have been fucking weird.
I'll allow it. Funny, well, you know, what was the guy's name that played Stifler? What was his name? The actor.
Bang, bang, bang the drum. Sean
William Scott. Yeah. Well, I don't know if this is true or not, but the legend or the myth of that was that he was found bagging groceries or something. He wasn't an actor, but the director of American Pie said he reminded him a lot of somebody that he knew in high school as Stifler, and that's why they asked him to be in the movie. I don't know if that's true or not.
Him and Kurt Warner, man.
Well, because he had such a natural acting ability, I would have thought he would have done it before. I don't know.
By the way, shout out to Jennifer Coolidge. Who would have thought that she would have forged her career later in life to where she's no longer just known as Stifler's mom. Now she's White Lotus, Minecraft, all the stuff she's doing. Good for her, man. Not that there's anything wrong being Stifler's mom, but you know,
doesn't she do like insurance commercials a lot too?
Or some shit. I've seen her in a bunch. She does the double cafe thing. Yeah,
we got Sideroth. Surprised no one mentioned Silence of the Lambs. That was 1991. It is true.
Honorable mentions.
Yep. I mean, yeah.
Hello.
A great fucking movie, dude. Amazing movie. Anthony Hopkins did that won an Academy Award, right? No, it did. I think that was one of the first horror movies that won an Academy Award. Yeah. Big times. Billy, I kissed Dr. Loomis and I liked it. Shut the fuck. You nasty, Billy. You need to go kiss a dentist. It's disgusting.
That's good.
He's like, I'm on the toilet right now, Charleston Loomis. Give me some words of encouragement to help me shit this.
Oh man. I'll just tell you what I told my waitress at Hooters Lounge the other night in the bathroom. Just loosen up. And can I borrow $20 also? I need that.
Billy, push it real good. And then don't ever talk to me again. You goddamn cretin from the Hills Have Eyes. Disgusting. Crazy Satan says, kids today will never understand how much Scotty doesn't know. I know, they never will. And Scotty doesn't know.
Big time. She's on her
Fiona
knees.
says she's out shopping, but she's under me. And by the way, I used to sing that at karaoke. But it was funny because no one was like, "What the fuck is this trash?"
I feel like it was always a banger. I think it was
a great song, but people were like, "I ain't never seen Euro Trip." It's like, well, you're singing.
Yeah, that's how I feel every time I go in karaoke. It's like most people are singing sad country songs, but the people who know the '90s songs that we're singing know, and they get fucking jazzed. And I can't believe I do it for them.
I couldn't believe that Scotty doesn't know is allowed because it's disgusting. Like the whole thing is about fucking and doing all sorts of shit. Like, and they were like, "Yeah, he goes, while I'm right behind you, thrust it."
But you know what's underrated about that song?
Got him on the phone.
You know what's underrated about that song though is that riff, that dun 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 dun. It's dude, that's a pop punk classic right there.
Dude, when I watched that movie the first time when I saw it, I was like, God damn, dude, Matt Damon can sing.
It wasn't him singing though. I don't think.
I know it wasn't him singing, but I was like,
it was like Lustra. I think Lustra.
It was Lustra. But I'm saying I was like, Matt Damon can actually sing, dude. I was like, and then I was like, oh, he didn't sing it. Michael Parton says, did you guys watch The Last of Us new episode? No, I haven't watched it, dude. I swear I'm not interested at all. I wasn't really a fan of The Last of Us, the season 1, so I'm probably not going to watch season 2. And to be fair, man, I thought The Last of Us game, the first game, was fucking incredible. It definitely was a system seller, and I can understand why people went out specifically to buy the PlayStation to play that game because it was so goddamn good. The Last of Us Part 2, when I found out what they were doing with it and the whole thing that they tried, the bait and switch with Joel, how they marketed it, and they're like, "Oh, Joel's in it," and they went, and I'm not going to spoil it, but yeah, fuck that. I'm not interested at all. But I'm glad if you liked it, that's cool.
Yeah, I watched the first episode. I thought it was really good. I didn't play the games, and I felt no need to ever continue down that road.
Yeah, the game's
for
awesome.
whatever reason.
Yeah. Got Gary B. Mike, did you see Screamboat? I think he asked last time too.
I never watching that shit. I'm not watching Screamboat. I'm not watching Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Fart. I'm not watching fucking any of that shit. I think it's trash horror, and I think it gives horror a bad name. So I'm never watching any of those fucking movies.
Kyle says, have you guys ever watched Mr. Show back in the 90s? That sounds really familiar. Mr. Show.
Is that the David Cross one?
No, that was something. But Mr. That does sound familiar. I probably maybe I did, but I don't remember it. But that name sounds really familiar.
Yeah, I don't think I ever watched it.
Crazy Saint, thank you, man. Also says, In Living Color or Tales from the Crypt reboot. Life has been shitty lately, so from my heart, thanks for the getaway. Love, peace, chicken grease. God bless you and yours. 100 devil horns. We like that. Thank you, man. Hope things get better for you, Crazy Saint, and thank you for hanging out with us. As far as In Living Color or Tales from the Crypt reboot, I think that, well, if the Waynes are going to be involved with In Living Color, I'll be fine with that. I would go with that. I'll see if they're going to be, but again, it would be stipulated only on if the Wayans brothers are involved creatively and they're allowed to do what they want.
While I would love to see In Living Color again, I will go Tales from the Crypt because in today's horror-laden universe, I think they could make some fucking bangers. And how fucking awesome would it be to see the Crypt Keeper back in today's day and age doing shit?
What they should do, they should make one not called Tales from the Crypt. They should call it Tales from the Box and get Doug Bradley to reprise his role as Pinhead, and then he would tell it. Yeah, call it Tales from the Box, and he would do basically the Crypt Keeper thing every Saturday night, and he would tell a different story based on the Cenobites and the box.
Yeah, I love that. By the way, Azteca, you're insane, dude. Comparing Terrifier to these joke fucking half-ass $12 made for a nickel and a scuba fucking horn, whatever they do with scuba, I don't know. Like
Scuba Steve, damn you.
Yeah, fucking comparing that to Terrifier, which has good acting, at least starting at Terrifier 2. A fun lore, good story, and it's original as fuck. These people are just going, look, dude, Mickey Mouse is killing people. That's a fucking big difference, man. Come
on. So we've got Jonathan Clancy, 90s. What about Dead Man's Curve? The Curve.
Fucking love The Curve,
dude. That sounds, what is that?
If I'm not mistaken, it's the Matthew Lillard film.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it is. It's a fucking great fucking movie, dude. I watched it, and I literally the next day watched it and did a commentary for it on Patreon because I liked it that much. That movie's fucking fun as shit. Imperfect, yes, but it's a perfect snapshot of 90s weird thrillers. Great fucking. If you love Matthew Lillard and you never see The Curve, you got to get on that shit, man.
Yeah, got to. Good times.
By the way, the Mr. Show did have David Cross in it. I think I saw a couple episodes.
I think I probably have watched it then. Lee says, did y'all hear if Beetlejuice 3 is a go? And man, how about that Minecraft movie Madness? Even someone brought a live chicken to the theater. Goddamn chickens! I didn't hear about Beetlejuice 3 being a go. It makes sense. I mean, Beetlejuice 2, I guess, made enough money, and it was successful for the most part. It was all right. I had a good time watching it. As far as like the Minecraft movie Madness, yeah, it's fucking insane. We got kind of scolded a little bit about us like being old men and being like, yeah, it's kind of stupid. You have kids running goddamn buck wild, throwing popcorn and shit, showing their cracks and like running around, like farting on people's heads or whatever they're doing when they're like, when somebody comes on the movie screen and says chicken fucker or whatever they say, they go goddamn wild, like crack was just injected into their veins. I think that's kind of crazy personally. But yeah, I'm glad they're enjoying the movie. It's making a fuck ton of money. Of money.
I'm torn, dude, because like by the way, yeah, Beetlejuice 3 is crazy. That makes sense though, because the second, it was fun, I thought. The Minecraft movie stuff, yeah, someone brought a live chicken to the theater. Hilarious stunt, no doubt about it, because it's the Minecraft movie. It's like the most unserious movie. Like you literally, and that's one thing I'll say for these kids going crazy in the theater. They're not ruining anybody's experience, because Minecraft is not a movie you have to pay any attention to whatsoever. Ever. However, you do got to remember there's small children in there that are going to be, that maybe this their first theater experience. They're going to be really scared by kids screaming and throwing popcorn and shit like that. And also someone's going to have to clean all that shit up.
That's mainly where I was at, was the people, like, you're putting so much more work on those people that have to clean those theaters.
Yeah. And by the way, the people who brought the chicken in, hilarious stunt, but they left the fucking chicken there, which is actually a huge dick move. But you imagine like it's your first day. They're like, figure out what to do with this chicken, Tommy. You're like, I don't.
Well, I'm going back to Indeed.com. I won't be working here any longer. Cody Buchanan says you guys should do a top 5 or 10 childhood crushes. That's a good idea. I wouldn't mind doing that. I think that would be an easy list to do. Well, the subscriber or the fans could come in and talk about what they like as well.
Kirsty Cotton. Not Kirsty Cotton. Kirsty Alley.
She was hot.
Who's talking? I don't know what it is about her, dude. I was always turned on about Kirsty Alley. I know that's weird, but and the chick from the first Terminator, first movies I ever saw. So
Linda Hamilton?
No, first Terminator. Was that also Linda Hamilton?
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
No, it was. Yeah, no, but she's just way different looking.
She just got buffed up and got hit with T.
Yeah, that's right. Just way different looking.
Oh, natural.
Complete
no
different human being.
Yeah, but she did look completely different. I always thought, I don't know, it was probably just her eyes though, but I think her name was Meg Foster, the one that played Evil Lynn from Masters of the Universe. She was hot as fuck. She was also in They Live, or yeah. She was the girl that Roddy Piper was going after,
I remember her.
But it was just her eyes were like, holy shit.
I love that we got 2 Topangas right in a row. Topanga always just had this like I'm too good for you feel to her, so I can never reel that into it. Like she was always just like she was too full of herself.
Because that's why you wanted her.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, dude, that's a great one. That's a fucking great one. Mind the Gap.
That's a big one.
Christina Applegate. Not just that, but in Married with Children.
Yeah, Kelly Kapowski, Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, major for sure. Definitely Val Kilmer as well.
Huge. Also. Those lips could do wonders for a man.
Yeah, dude. Kelly Kapowski is a great one. Oh, both of these, by the way, not as our youth, but Megan Fox Transformers. Dear God.
Yeah, Brittany Murphy, really good. Well, Brittany Murphy never like. I feel like Brittany Murphy was one of those chicks that's like she looked like you could date her, like not like she was a hardcore crush. You know what I mean? Like she just looked like a normal, down to earth girl.
Maybe you'd have a shot. The obvious ones, Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera. I'll throw one out there for you, though. This one's kind of crazy. Dude, that's exactly what I was going to say. Scared Straight. The teacher from Billy Madison.
Sonya Blade.
Veronica Vaughn.
Yeah, Sonya Blade. Hot.
Yeah, dude. Oh, and Sonya. That's right. Christy Swanson. Jay hit on her once in a bar, and he swears that had I not made him leave,
I had a chance. I had a chance. I swear on my butt cheek, I had a chance, dude. I played that shit cool. I had too many apple juices, so I wasn't really I really didn't know who she was at the bar at the time. But we were talking because maybe that's what it was. Like I wasn't like fangirling over her and be like, and trying to act a different way because she was an actress.
No, you and I remember Budapest very differently.
No, it happened, dude. Like you were on the other side of the bar. I was talking. She's like, "Are you gonna be here when I get?" I was like, "Yeah." And then Mike said, "We gotta go." I was like, "Well, fuck it. I can't like do anything."
Jordan, Nicole Kidman, not only Batman Forever, To Die For with Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, dude, but Nicole Kidman as Chase Meridian. God damn, dude.
Yeah. Chicks dig the car.
Yeah.
Amazing. Great ones. Kaylee Cuoco. I actually saw Kaylee Cuoco. I was in a Starbucks with my daughter, and it was like horse season or some shit around here. And she came in to Starbucks and walked back out. So I actually saw her, made eye contact, and I was like, "You were on the cover of that Maxim."
You know what? Jennifer Love Hewitt. I always thought she was extremely cute back in the day.
I thought she was cute, but I never was like she was way too, you could just tell she would be a boring person to hang out with.
Well, it was Jennifer Love Hewitt, and then when I saw Wild Things, I was like, well, Nev, you've definitely climbed the ladder a little bit.
That's a great one, dude. Denise Richards.
Insane.
Wow.
Insane.
Wow. Hot. Elizabeth Hurley. That's a great one.
Jamie Presley. I think now we're just getting horny. I think we're just naming all the girls that we think are hot.
Dude, I had no idea Elizabeth Hurley was in Passenger 57. Are you serious? I got to rewatch that. I had no idea.
I didn't know that. I always thought that one chick from Clueless was really cute too. That black chick, she was really, really cute. I can't remember her name. She had like the like light brown eyes. I can't remember.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. She like couldn't drive on the interstate.
And she's still I think I just saw an interview with her not long ago, and she's single looking for a Christian man. So
Christy Swanson, dude, Samsonite, yeah, dude. That was pretty wild. That was a good one.
Julie Trang, you mean wasn't that the Yellow Ranger?
I don't know.
I think Julie Trang was
to say it.
She's still sexy as fuck. She is.
JT Customs, there's a Phoenix TX. The band Phoenix TX made a song about Phoebe Cates. You should listen to it. It's a great song. Got a lot of good ones. Oh, Drew Barrymore.
I never really thought Drew Barrymore was that hot. I don't know what. She's all right, but well, no, there were certain movies that she was extremely attractive in, but then other times I was like, yeah, I don't get it. She kind of looked like I'm not gonna lie, I think she's all right, but she kind of looked like she collected her boogers. She kind of looked like that weird girl that you didn't know anything about.
Very Tom Green, so she had a weird side.
Yeah, it was like you'd come in, you're like, oh, this is the first time at your place. She's like, let me show you my booger collection, and then it'd be all on her wall.
I'm a turd. Fuck yeah, dude. Rosie O'Donnell. That's
hell yeah, dude.
That's where it was at.
That's hot right there.
Oh, Amy Smart and Road Trip. I get that.
I can't because Amy Smart after Butterfly Effect, and you saw that skankified version.
You're gonna say that?
No way, dude.
As the methed out waitress.
Straight up fucking garbage juice smell. No way.
Yeah, but she was good at Just Friends though. There was that one too.
Oh yeah, Danielle Harris. But I didn't see anything from Danielle Harris. Like when Halloween 5 came, or 4 and 5, that was the only time I didn't know anything about her afterwards.
That's more of a recent thing, Danielle Harris. Back then she was a kid. So
in the 90s, I don't know what did she do.
I know what you mean now, though. I know what you mean now.
Danielle Harris, 100%. No, she is attractive. I'm just saying, like, specifically back in the 90s, what did she do? Yeah, now. Yeah. But what did she... Well, we were kids back in the 90s. I'm just saying, what did she do in the 90s at all?
How about Wayne's World and Tia Carrera was a good one.
Tia Carrera.
Also, Tia Leone, again, Bad Boys. Just want to throw that out there. That was high on the list. I mean, real high on the list. Tia Leone and Bad Boys was great.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, I don't know why no one's mentioned it. Selma Hayek in Dusk Till Dawn. God damn.
Holy hell.
God, with the snake. And how
the fuck did Me Too not get Quentin Tarantino? This motherfucker. We all know he has
a toe.
Dude, we know he has a foot fetish, right? Like it's fucking. It's goddamn documented that Quentin Tarantino has a foot fetish. Motherfucker wrote the script and had his character in the script taking shots, sucking on Selma Hayek's fucking feet. Like that guy should be in jail.
He probably told his friend Robert Rodriguez, he's like, hey man, I really want this scene in the movie. And he's like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, we really don't need it in the movie. We need to like save some time and some money. He's like, I want to suck on her fucking toe. Put it in the movie.
That shit's crazy, dude. Oh, that's a really good one, Stacey. Not just Liv Tyler Empire Records, Renee Zellweger Empire Records.
See, that's another one. I don't know what it is, and I might be wrong. I don't know. Liv Tyler was one of those guy girls. She's one of those chicks that, for whatever it was, I don't know. I never really got it. She's a cute girl. I never really was like she's hot though. You know what I mean? Like even when she was in those Aerosmith music videos, which was weird that her dad was singing those songs and she was in the dancing sexily. Alicia Silverstone outshone her in both those music videos.
She was great. By the way, and I know I keep bringing this up, but I did learn another story about Mark Hoppus in his book that Melissa Joan Hart gave him her phone number. They went out on a date, and he was like, we had nothing interesting to talk about between each other. She only knew acting, I only knew my band, but she invited me to her house afterward, and she showed me her hot tub. And he was like, and I'm pretty sure she insinuated that we should get in the hot tub, but I was like, I gotta go. And then, but he was dating Sky. He was talking to Sky.
What if he got in the hot tub with her, and he was like, Clarissa, can you explain it all? was she in that one?
It did. Yeah, that's her. It did make me laugh though. You know, in the All the Small Things video, when the girls are pouring the hot wax on his nipples in the video on the bus, he was like, I had no idea. He's like, I had just become like a rock star. He's like, so I didn't know how to deal with women or any of this shit. He's like, and one of the girls was like a Penthouse model, and he's as she like in between takes, she leaned over in my ear and she whispered. She was like, hey, I was just in Penthouse. Do you want to see my spread?
Yeah.
he goes, not really. That was the funniest fucking thing ever. He just said, not really.
Dude, Daniel Torres hit it exactly. Dude, I forgot all about her. Dude, I had such a crush on her, dude. Eliza Cuthbert.
Oh, yeah, that was
God damn, dude. She was so fucking hot. Yeah. I'll be right back. I'm getting too hot and bothered. I got to take a second.
Alicia Silverstone, that was a great one. It was a lipstick thing for me. Dennis, I was gonna say that Reese Witherspoon walk the line for some reason. Like, I get that, that was one that got me good. Hey Jude. Hey Jude. Jennifer Connelly always weirded me out. Something about the eyebrows. Not that she's Cruel Intentions. Both Sarah Michelle Gellar in Cruel Intentions and Selma Blair. That's a great one. Guys, we are sick fucking. Catherine Zeta-Jones She dips beneath lasers. Whoa. That's like a good pull, dude, from the you know what I'm talking about, the show. I can't fucking remember it. That is a good one too, dude. Damn. Yes. Happy birthday, Mr. President. That's a good one for sure. Yeah, it was Sabrina. That's who it was. Catherine Zeta-Jones. She dips beneath lasers. Whoa. That was a big one. Even though she was a little bit older, it was like, oh, damn. Jay picked the worst time to leave because my battery is literally dying. Exactly, Azteca. I'll agree with you on. It's going to be a moment of silence here for all of our wieners. I got to change my battery. 1 sec. I am the sun. There we go. That's a little better. Hey, man.
I saw you. I was like, God damn, he left.
Well, my battery died. Oh. Like, yeah, you were so quick. I didn't have time to tell you.
I was crying when I met you. Now I'm dying to forget. That song stuck in my head, though.
I just got Carmen Electra and Gina McCarthy, same time.
You remember when she got married to Dennis Rodman and then he was like, fuck that. He like divorced her the next day. He's like, no fucking way.
Yeah. They mentioned Jamie Lee Curtis earlier, True Lies. Like, no, do it slow. Do it.
Hey, dude, Actions, Hayden Panettiere. Woo-wee. And you know she can handle it because she was married to that Klitschko for a while. She can handle what you need. For sure.
Shania Twain had it.
That don't impress me.
Fiona Apple, dude. Fiona Apple, the criminal video.
I never. That girl looked like a walking dirty STD, dude. Yeah, she was. Yeah,
but she was always like, the song was literally like, I cheated on you. I'm a criminal, and I'm kind of skanky and dirty, and I couldn't help it. Like I couldn't help. I was like,
it's like, yeah, I've never tried gonorrhea. Let's try it. Or chlamydia.
Kate Beckinsale was great until Pete Davidson came along and just ruined that.
Do you know what's really interesting about Kate Beckinsale is like, I think that she was the most attractive in Click with Adam Sandler.
Oh yeah, I can see that for sure.
But she was extremely hot in Underworld for sure.
All right, guys, we got to put your wieners away, guys. Everyone put your dicks away.
That's true. We are driving away all the female energy.
Put your dicks away. All right, that's not enough estrogen.
Yeah, let's take a book. Let's take a page out of Joseph Quinn and stop being womanizers because that ain't sexy.
I can't go there with you, dude. I can't go Natalie. I never saw Natalie Portman.
Oh, Natalie Portman is hot. I think Natalie Portman's hot.
I don't get it. The chick she made out in Black Swan, though.
Oh, Mila Kunis.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, we're all crazy. Are you a bunch of perverts?
That's what it feels like. Yeah, Terry Hatcher and Lois and Clark. Yeah, Terry Hatcher was extremely cute back in the day too.
Kyle, when I was in a room full of my best friends, like teens. I think Jay, you were there. I think it was in your basement at your house.
I know who it was. It was me, you, and Cody.
Yeah, and Kyle and Will were there too. I think when the Dirty video premiered. It changed our lives forever.
Yeah, we all went downstairs like, holy shit. I've never been in a room with this many like erect wieners before. It's insane.
Colton. Leave it to Colton, dude. That's a great one.
Oh, Colton, by the way, Cameron Diaz was originally slated to be Sonya Blade in the 1995 Mortal Kombat movie, but she hurt her leg and couldn't do it. So that's why they got Veronica Vaughn to be it. But she was going to be Sonya.
That's crazy. I know, but that's a great pool. I know people are like, what are you talking about? Like Natalie Portman, dude. Natalie Portman just seems like everyday girl you would meet every single day of the week. I never got she was never like there's nothing wrong with her, but like, dude, I run into 5 or 6 Natalie Portmans a day. You know,
where they at? Like. Where they at then? Where they at though?
No, Cindy Crawford. Well, that was a big thing back in the day. Cindy Crawford had a sex scene with one of the Baldwins in a movie called Fair Game. I watched that. I remember that.
Yeah.
All right, we're moving on. Jesus Christ. What's wrong with you guys? You guys are perverts, man.
Alyssa Milano. Yeah, she's also very hot.
Alyssa Milano. Who was in the Blink video for Josie? Was that Melissa Milano? Because she gave Mark her number too. And he didn't call her.
I don't remember the video for Josie.
Great. Yeah, my girlfriend takes me home when I'm too drunk to drive. It's a great song. Hey, Billy
Fergie.
said I kissed Dr. Oh, we already read that one.
Fergie. Yeah, Fergie's hot.
Yeah, until she sings.
Yeah, she's not really a great singer, but she's got it where it counts, kid.
Yeah, 100%. Well, Cody, I think we definitely covered that one for you, bro. I think we definitely.
Yeah, we just did a whole video and drove away all the potential female viewers. They were like, no.
Kyle said Natasha Hinch's Species. I do remember Species because, like, you knew when you rented that there was definitely going to be a negative.
Well, the thing about that, I thought that movie sucked. I got to be honest. I don't remember. I didn't like Species at all. I didn't like that movie.
I vaguely remember it, but like I do remember it. Like, definitely going to be naked chicks in this one.
Yeah,
for sure. Hey, we missed you too, Austin. It's good to see you, buddy. We're short shriveled and to the left, but we're hanging in there. We're doing our best. Doing our best, man. Doing our best, man. Doing our best. Dude, I gotta pee. I gotta pee real bad.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's fine. Right back.
Okay. Jada Fire. Who's Jada Fire? Who is she? I don't know who she is. And Angelina Jolie had those crackhead arms. Ryan West. Yeah, dude, she did. I remember what Gia, when that movie came out, I'm like, what is this? And then I watched it and I was like, all right. And then I was like, she's hot, but she's a little strange. DJ Jezebel says, I've always been one of the boys. All right, cool. I just didn't want it to be like one-sided, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll talk about dudes too. I don't give a shit. And there's some attractive dudes. Hey, D-Land. Porn star. Quite a few. Hi, Action. Dawson's Creek, just the creek. The creek was incredibly majestic. If you're talking about Katie Holmes in Dawson's Creek, Katie Holmes, I never had a crush on her necessarily. I always thought she was cute, but not like, oh my god, stunning. Hi, Nighttime. Halle Berry. Halle Berry's a good one. Jada Fire. Haven't heard that name since high school? I don't know who they are. Hi Jay, I'm here now. Hey Diverse, how you doing? Zordon. Yep, that's it. Zordon is the sexiest head floating I've ever seen. Jessica Alba, for sure. Killer Clown from Outer Space movie remake in the works. Is it? I think we talked about that. Maybe that's interesting. I don't know if it'll work, but hopefully. Depends on how they do it, how they handle the comedy aspect of it, because it could be a sleeper. She's a porn star. I see. I should have known. What an asshole. Who was harder to find? Waldo. Who was harder to find? Carmen Sandiego was not that great of a spy because everyone found out where she was at the end of the show. So Waldo would be the hardest one to find, without a doubt. Because in Carmen Sandiego, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Like the kids would find out where she was. She's not a great spy if the kids were finding out where she was by the end of the show. Waldo was a fucking bitch. He was such a hard asshole to find. Did they make a Waldo movie? I feel like they did.
I don't think they did.
You know who would be great if they've never made one? Where's Waldo? You know who would be great in that role would be Mr. Bean. Rowan Atkinson.
I could see that shit. I'm surprised they never made a Where's Waldo movie. Hey, our friend Katie gifted a WeWatched the Movie membership.
Katie. Thank you, Katie.
Thank you, Katie. She's a sweetheart. She proves it every day.
No, Jessica Biel was extreme. Oh yeah, dude. Of course, Jessica Biel.
Biel or Alba?
Heaven. Huh?
Biel or Alba? I'm a Biel guy.
That's a hard one, dude. I think I'll take Jessica Alba, but Jessica Biel would be definitely it's close. It's a close one. Michael says I never found Brad Pitt attractive. I always preferred Matt Damon. Matt Damon looked like as a baby he had like a 15-pound head. Like there's something about him that looked like weird.
I would take Affleck over Damon though. I would. If we're talking about men.
Dude, I just watched a recent interview with Ben Affleck and John Bernthal, and the guy was asking about Daredevil, like his version of Daredevil, and whether or not he would love to do a movie with John Bernthal's Punisher. And he was like, well, the difference is John Bernthal's Punisher is actually good. He's kind of dog shitting on Daredevil. And I was like, man, because to the interviewer's credit, he was like, I've always loved Daredevil. I thought you did a great job with it. But Ben Affleck said something pretty interesting. He was like, what's really hard about those kind of movies back then anyway, was he's like, you got to find a balance. It's like, we're running around with pajamas on. Are you going to lean in to a lot, like all the way serious? Are you going to take yourself completely serious? Or are you going to try to find a balance with how much comedy is going to be in it? I feel like Ben Affleck's Daredevil was obviously it wasn't amazing or anything, but it was still, I liked it.
I thought his portrayal was good, but yeah, that movie was rough, but it had cool moments, man. I read really cool moments.
I hate it. What they wasted Colin Farrell 100% as Bullseye, like 100% wasted him. He could have been way better in that. But the guy that they got, Michael Clark Duncan, was an incredible Kingpin.
Oh, dude, he really was. He was awesome. That's really good. Oh, dude, you're right, Nick Nasty. Courtney Cox in Scream 2 was pretty banging too. That was fucking with the red streaks. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, until she got to Scream 3 and she looked like someone who fucking got drunk and chopped her hair up. Like that was all.
Yeah, that's totally different situation. By the way, someone brought this up in the chat just now, and I don't think you've seen this, so we can watch it together because I think it looks fucking awesome. This is the Naked Gun reboot trailer. Have you seen this?
Mm-mm.
Oh, dude,
No, because you mentioned we should watch all the Naked Guns, and I was like, yeah, I'm down for it. I haven't watched them. I was like, we should watch all the Leslie Nielsen ones. I was like, yeah, I haven't seen them in a long time. I love them.
Yeah, that would be such a fun Patreon like Man vs. Movie Day. Okay, so this is the trailer. It stars Liam Neeson in the role of
Frank Drebin.
Frank Drebin, yeah, and dude, I think it looks great. Let's watch it.
Go! Multiple SWAT units responding to hostage situation.
Hey, little girl, stop!
What do you want, little one?
That's the sound of the police! That's the sound of the police! That's the sound of the police!
Damn, dude.
Who are you?
Frank Drebin, Police Squad. The new version.
There you go. Hang it out, sir.
Hi, Daddy. It's me, Frank Drebin. Love you.
Hey, Dad. Boy, do I miss you.
That was the joke that's the joke that got me, dude. The OJ Simpson joke had me going, this might be fucking great.
Nighttime Sun's kick-ass vibes. Yeah, someone JT Custom says it's not a remake, it's a sequel. So well, it's cool though. Leslie Nielsen was one of a kind, and his portrayal of Frank Drebin was incredible. But I gotta be honest with you, I never even would have thought Liam Neeson being in that type of role. But hey, he's got to rocket it. I especially like his polka dot panties that he was wearing. He was really pulling it off, and it was a lot more violent. The whole sucker thing. I was like, holy shit, dude.
I was surprised at the violence of that, but yeah, that's what I was saying. Blu-ray. I think my exact feelings on it, like it was fine and funny up until that point, but when the camera panned out and all the dudes were talking to their daddies,
yeah,
and the OJ Simpson joke, I went, "Oh my god, they get the humor! Like that is the humor from the Naked Gun movies." So like they get it.
They were hearts. Yeah, Michael, I'm sorry, they were hearts. They were hearts on his panties, but they were great. I mean, he wore them well. Here's the thing. That's what it's got to be. You know, the Naked Gun was that kind of movie back in the day. Was like they didn't give a shit. They would take chances. They would have fun with the movie. That's the way that movie. If that movie is going to be successful, they can't hold back.
Yeah,
they got to go full force with it. I mean, that's like my hope for any comedy movies coming out. That you can't be worrying about getting canceled every 5 seconds. Just fucking have fun.
Yeah, again, it's so stupid because it's literally a little girl, but he pulls the mask off. Like, how did Liam Neeson get in that plot? That makes no sense, but it's funny when you think about it.
Yeah,
I think it could be great. I think it'd be really. And Scary Movie 6. My God, we might.
Is that coming out next? Is that next year?
August 1st.
Damn, that's quick.
Yeah, dude, August 1st, which is gonna be great.
Special case that should be called Son of Naked Gun. No,
what's it anytime called? You do that though, it's like a death wish.
You don't want to do that. What's it? It's just called The Naked Gun.
Yeah, The Naked Gun.
By the way, I have to literally stop and think when I say naked because I am from the South, and for years, dude, Mom always would say, naked. "You're naked, naked." Naked Gun. I because it's just easier for me to say the Naked Gun, and people are like, God, what is Jay talking about? Naked Gun.
Kate's mom always says wash. She's like, "You're gonna wash your clothes,
dude." I remember when that got humiliated out of me in the 9th grade because I went to the 9th grade and I was talking about something about washing, or I said when I was, in 7th grade, my parents took me to Washington, D.C., and these assholes I was hanging out with that was wearing their No FX shirts were like, Washington? Did your parents take you to Washington, D.C.? I'm like, yeah, Washington. He's like, it's Washington. I was like, oh, I see. I see that. You could have just told me that in private, but we'll just humiliate me in front of everybody. Now I'll never say it again.
I'll agree with the resident Dr. Evil here. I think the opening's a little too dumb, but the in joke just nails it. I mean, that's what you need.
Yeah, it's a little bit more over the top. Like the thing about the Naked Gun movies with Leslie Nielsen was it wasn't extreme like slap happy stupid shit like that. There was a lot of slapstick comedy, but it was like a little bit more, and I hate to say highbrow, but it was a little bit more like undertones of comedy into it, like Nice Beaver when she's like she's like, thanks, I just had it recently stuffed. While I was looking up at her up the skirt, like stuff like that. But
those commentaries will be fucking great when we do them. I think that's gonna be so fun.
I thought
the polka dot underwear were great. You're right, Turd. The polka dot underwear was
well, no, they're hearts.
Leg up.
Say it right. Hearts.
No, the heart underwear. The heart underwear. Those are where it's at.
Naked Gun is the king of lowbrow. No, I know. I didn't mean like it was a highbrow comedy, but it's just not like in your face like that.
Yeah,
with what they were doing.
And like, Naked Gun's perfect because they were never really dirty or anything. Like, so I think you could pull off a Naked Gun.
It was one of those wink.
Inevitably, people will be pissed about something about that movie when it comes.
Well, I mean, if the O.J. Simpson things are probably already going to get under people's skin.
Yeah. Well, at least we didn't see anything about that so far. But yeah, but it's going to be fun to watch these comedies come out and watch people who have their panties in a twist react to them.
Will OJ's ghost be in this? Not unless they pour orange juice.
I lied.
I don't see it.
I lied. Katie.
Jonathan says Naked Gun was huge over here in Europe. It'll make lots of money. Yeah, I'm sure it will. Like, I think the Naked Gun brand is always going to be successful, but it'll just be dependent on how well they handle it. Thank you. Carlos Estevez, aka Charlie Sheen, should make a third Hot Shots. Dude, it's so funny that you call him Carlos Estevez. I bet Charlie Sheen would be pissed as fuck and say, I'm a rock star from Mars, you son of a bitch. I'm not Carlos Estevez. But yeah, Hot Shots Part 3 would be great. You could, because there's already so much material they can work with now. Like they could do a new, like, obviously in the Hot Shots they made fun of all the action movies and stuff, but
I'll add one to Ryan's. If you had to pick one out of the three, would you go Airplane, Naked Gun, or Hot Shots? If you had to pick one franchise.
I was always more of a Hot Shots guy personally, but I love Naked Gun, so it'd be a hard choice. I like Airplane, but it'd be Hot Shots, Naked Gun, Airplane.
Yeah, that's mine would be Naked Gun, Hot Shots, Airplane. Airplane's great. It's just a little more dated, It's a little before our time, but still funny as shit. McHale's Navy was pretty funny too. That was
Dennis Hawk's like, how many apple juices you all in? I'm like 9. I'm catching up.
Gotta be careful. I've noticed that I got to be careful with Woodford, man. Woodford's stronger.
Yeah, well, apparently based on your Patreon performance for sure.
Hey, you've ruined your performance. It's not ruined.
Well, I was like, hey, no, it's actually, you didn't do a bad thing. You just stuck around telling people your feelings afterwards after I was gone.
Yeah, I know, dude. If you guys didn't hear that story, we did the Patreon stream like 2 weeks ago, and I drank Woodford, and Woodford's a little bit stronger than your average bourbon, so I didn't realize that at the time. And the end of the show, Jay left the show, and I just sat here for like 20 minutes. Telling sad stories.
I didn't leave the show. The show was over.
It was over.
And then Mike's. I thought Mike was leaving too, so I hit leave the studio, and then I came to find out like last week during a live stream, someone was like, "Yeah, Mike stayed on for like 10 minutes and was just talking." I thought
nobody was up in the house. Like Katie was in bed, and I was just sitting here. I was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna hang out a little longer, and I just want to tell you guys about how I feel about you." No recollection of it whatsoever, by the way. And then apparently, I got up and drank half a White Claw after all that because there's a half a White Claw sitting out here that I have no recollection of.
Yeah, people are like it. Nick Nasty said you gave a very appreciated monologue.
Well, it was screwed because I wasn't here for it.
Yeah, but I know. But I imagine it like the curtains behind Mike. If we were doing a stage show, the curtain slams shut behind Mike, and it's just him in the darkness. And then the spotlight comes on him, and he stands up. He's like, "I want you all to know that the show that you saw was just a small part of our appreciation." Like, and then going on, and then be like, "All right, cut the mic off. The Academy speech is over."
I can guarantee and promise you that I will never, ever, ever go back and watch that. Like, you know, it was true because I wasn't even in my body.
No, dude, I looked at I
never.
I saw Mike. I was like, God, he is so drunk. That was only in the last like a little bit though. I was like, we gotta leave.
T-Land said I died when you couldn't see the words.
There was a moment, and I knew it was happening too. Like, you know, you hit that wall, It is what it be. But I looked over and I mentioned this during the last live stream last week, and I was like, I don't normally look at Mike when we're doing the stream. I just kind of look at you guys, or just kind of like I just look off. I'm like fucking Elon Musk at that dinner, just like practicing physics with a knife and fork. I'm like, oh. But I looked at Mike during the Patreon stream, and I saw him doing this. And I was like, come on, Wayne, let's run away. I was like, yeah, it's bad. Let's go. Let's leave.
Bro, I did not fucking and I'll tell you this, after the stream was over, I went to pee before I went to bed, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna stay here for a little bit, and like sat down and like literally had my head on the toilet seat, and then I was like, I might throw up. I did not throw up, but I did that thing where like the floor was so cold and it felt so nice, and then I was fucked because when I tried to pick my head up, everything went in different directions, and it went, and I was like, I'm sleeping here for a little while. Okay, he's like, you slept in the bathroom for like 3 hours. I was like, that long? I had no idea.
Mike looked like that little boy from Dennis the Menace. It's like, apple. Apple. It was a little cross-eyed. Special.
Next day was not a good day. That's all I know. The next day was bad, dude.
I usually am. You know, but
that's not 100% true at all. Like
I don't hide it as well sometimes, but I guess maybe it's different where if we're streaming remote, it's a little easier for me to hide it. If I'm streaming it like during my birthday celebration when we were in person, I was fucking gone. I was gone, son.
And I didn't know it at all. I thought
I was, dude. That's why I couldn't hang out with Mike after it was over, because I wanted to, but I was like, my legs was like, no, you go to sleep now. You go sleep. And it was over. By the way, I don't want to.
I kept saying, what if I stay on here all night?
Yeah.
I would have died in front of your eyes.
Somebody asked about who. I'm sorry, I don't remember who asked about the Toxic Avenger and our thoughts on it. We don't have a trailer yet, so it's really hard to give my opinion on it personally. I think Peter Dinklage is an asshole just because of, you know, his comments that it cost people jobs in Snow White, but can he pull it off? Yeah, he's an accomplished actor. I never personally would have thought to cast Peter Dinklage as the Toxic Avenger, but I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, like I've never seen the original. I still need to watch it.
So you must get on that, son. You must. That should be a Patreon commentary, dude. That shit will blow your mind.
I would do it. Some people asked him for the Edington trailer. We can watch that. I watched it earlier today. I'll say this about it. So this is from Ari Aster, who directed Hereditary, which was great, but then he directed Midsommar, which half a great movie, half an ass movie, and then he directed Beau is Afraid, which was just completely fucking. I'm a fucking artist, so like I could take a dump in a cup, and like you should watch it because it's about my feelings. And this is his new movie, Edington. Great cast. Here's the trailer.
Of course, they keep looking at that lab in Wuhan, China. If you look at that lab in Wuhan when that was established, it was 1956. Of course,
we're talking about China.
Tariffs hitting them hard, huh?
If you value your life, you should think twice. Because the people of Edington like guns.
Your pain is not a coincidence.
I didn't realize that. He said, if you value your life, you should think twice. Because the people of Edington like guns. Here's Austin Butler.
You are not a coincidence. We are not a coincidence.
And I am speaking now to deny my husband's announcement yesterday.
Is that Emma Watson?
Which was false.
Edington, New Mexico, despite its meager population, is quickly being co-opted in online circles.
I'm ready to continue leading our town.
Oh God,
and fighting the pandemic and the racial and economic.
I heard you said, "Oh God, Pedro Pascal." Is that like I've been getting like he's in everything now?
That's what not because he's that's what I'm saying. Like he's literally in everything. Everyone's like, talking. Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, he should be this or he should be that. I think that he should be the new Jesus in the Resurrection film that's coming out later on. I feel like he should be everything. I'm like, all right, you know,
there is such a thing as oversaturation.
I think so.
100%.
That's me when I realized I've got too drunk the night before and someone sent me a clip.
That's the trailer. That's the whole thing, man. That's the whole thing.
What the fuck was going on?
No one knows what the fuck's going on in Ari Aster movies. Ever. You watch it and you go, I still don't know what the fuck happened.
Emma Stone. I'm sorry. Emma Stone. Yeah, Emma Stone.
What'd you say?
I think I said Emma Watson.
I was on board.
Yeah. By the way, someone mentioned that there was a short trailer for, no pun intended, for Toxic Avenger. Because of Peter Dinklage.
But yeah, but it was just him.
It was just him walking in the door or something. It wasn't even like whatever.
Yeah, it was barely even a real trailer. I don't know, man. Like, I like Pedro Pascal, but it does seem like every single thing that's like by a major. It does seem like they're doing the whole thing. Like, let's put him in everything.
Yeah, well, because it kind of reflects what you were talking about back in the day with Tom Hardy. Was being cast in almost everything, or anybody was talking about it.
Mostly,
they were like, hey, Tom Hardy should be in this, or Tom Hardy should be in that. But I think Pedro Pascal is like that guy too. Do I think he's a good Mr. Fantastic? Yeah, I think he could pull it off. And they're not changing. Thankfully, nothing's going on with that character as far as we know. But yeah, I definitely don't think that Pedro Pascal is like the bee's knees for everything.
Yeah, and I also think when it comes to Ari Aster, it's like, I see the trailer and I get the idea for the trailer. The post-COVID thing, I'm like, dude, COVID's still so new in my heart. Like, I'm not sure if I want to do fiction about COVID at this point. But like, also, how political are we about to get? You know what I mean? Like, you worry about that. And then also, like, dude, are you going to make a movie that makes some fucking sense? Like, are you going to make one? Like, I get that you're full of your own smoke and like you're an artiste. But like, is this movie going to make sense? Are we going to get to the third act and it's going to be a baby doing cocaine off a dog's butt? Like, I don't know. Like, is it worth me investing my time? Is it going to fucking make sense?
You know what? Stacy is on. What he said. Denzel said in the interview, he always made sure not to take too many roles close together because of this. That makes sense.
Yeah. Ryan Gosling
said the guy is working. Give him a break. I'm not saying like it's a bad thing that it's cool that he's getting the jobs and he's getting offers. I'm just saying, yeah, I think Stacey's right, or Denzel was right. I wouldn't want. I mean, if you're the hot topic thing in Hollywood and everyone's coming after you, there is overexposure is a problem. It can be a problem,
and especially if you start to get in the same type of role for things over and over again. I don't know. I got nothing against the guy.
I'm not hating on the guy himself. Like, I mean, he's a good actor. I'm tired of him being in every fucking thing that's coming out under the sun. You're like, oh my God, dude. I just saw you in Gladiator 2, which you weren't that good in.
Holy shit. I haven't seen one of these in a while.
What?
Tight. Here we go.
Wow. Breaking news.
Breaking news at the middle of the night where our dicks are out hanging.
Remember MTV? Would it be like a news alert?
Kurt Loder.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
Kurt Loder was the best. A Killer Clowns from Outer Space remake is in the works.
Someone just
Ryan Gosling to produce.
Yeah, someone mentioned that earlier. I thought they were full of poop, but they weren't.
Oh, here's the problem. It's from this fucking douche cunt. The N. Schneider guy's a goddamn douche. Look at his fucking dumb face. Guy's a total douche, makes up shit a lot, I feel like, and is just an asshole.
Are you starting a war with another channel?
You want to go to war? Oh, he's not a channel. He used to be in Hollywood, but then he was an asshole because he's an asshole. Yeah, so he says that, and maybe it's not true.
How's that cancellation tour going on Twitter? Is it working? No, I don't know. Normally, you always give us an update because I'm on Twitter, but not in the way that you all know.
Oh no, they went away. So they were all after my nutsack, right? But the very next day, it was like a gift from God. Christopher Landon dropped an interview that was like, yeah, those motherfuckers threaten, and I say gift from God. Obviously, it's a terrible thing. I don't mean that, but he was like, yeah, these Barrera Ortega stands literally threaten my children's lives, and the FBI is investigating them.
And they stopped.
They got that crazy. And all of a sudden, everyone got real quiet, and they kind of went away for a little bit. It's weird how that works, isn't it? The
Cheeto dusted fingers were shaking mightily when they were like, the FBI might.
Those motherfuckers can't afford Cheetos, dude. They're eating like
stop. I have to clear my web browser. They must not know. So
Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Jay and I had this conversation about 5 years ago. if they do a Killer Clowns from Outer Space remake, should they keep it in the same tone and try to be fun, or should they try to actually make the film scary?
No. Here's the thing, and I think I commented on the person that mentioned it earlier while you were away. I'm kind of not. I don't know. A Killer Clowns from Outer Space remake could work, but they have to be all in. I think for the comedy aspect. I think if they lean with the horror element, I think it's going to go south. I don't think it'll work. That movie really. And maybe that movie is just a product of its time and it really can't be revived. You know what I mean? Like it came out at the right time in the right moment, and that's why it worked. But with the sensibilities of Hollywood now and the way that people are, I just don't see it really. I don't see directors taking chances on shit like they used to back in the day. I just don't. So they would be like, well, we got to pull back a little bit. We got, and by the way, it would be sad too, because Ryan Gosling's actually funny. He can be really funny. So
yeah, and allegedly he's just producing it, so we don't know if he'll be in it or not.
Well,
so
I know, but I mean, even his sense of like he understands a little bit of like how comedy works. I don't know, man. I feel like the only way that movie works is like you have to go all out with it. You can't be scared of cancellation and the big bad Twitter mobs coming after you and like saying, "I'll tickle your ass with a dildo," and you're like, "I don't care."
At the time, I said that they should try to make a scary movie and make it frightening, just to do something different. But I do remember, by and large, everybody pretty much agreed with you that they should try to keep the same tone. The only reason that I think it would be bad is because these days they don't know that tone. Like the world today doesn't know that fun, loose, weird tone. They would try too hard. It would feel like they would do too many callbacks. It would feel like fan, service.
No,
like,
I think that you don't do callbacks. You do comedy, but you do like fun, like you do your own style of it, but you're not because you do carefree comedy where you're not scared of like the fucking the mobs or whatever. You're just like, I'm having fun. I'm gonna do my time. That's it.
I agree. If they pulled it off, it'd be better that way for sure. But again, it comes from the insider, so it's probably not actually real. That's just how.
What is it with this man? Did he say you were ugly? I gotta go pee. I'll be back.
Okay. Yeah. No, that guy you'll see a lot of reports from him, and it's weird. There's almost a lot of times there's no updates or follow-ups. Sometimes they'll get something right, sometimes they won't. If you question him on it, he's a little cunt. So yeah, and he says shit that he would never say to you in person. That's the kind of person he seems to be. So I just really don't take anything that guy says seriously. But who knows? Horses, sun shines on a dog's ass every once in a while, as they say. As they say. But yeah, no, I don't know. Let me ask, that's a good question, Crazy Saint. Would you guys, if they did it, like you remember the SNL skit that they did, if they did a Beavis and Butthead live action movie, are you in or you out? Sight unseen, you in or you out? You think they could pull it off? You think it'd be great? Dude, it could be the next fucking Barbie. You know what I mean? It could be a weird alternate universe Barbie where it actually fucking worked and was a great throwback to the 90s. However, it could be a giant piece of flaming poopy. So I don't know, but I'd be interested to see. I would be interested to see for sure. Yeah, a lot of people say no. You know what's weird, dude? They brought Beavis and Butthead back, put it on Paramount, did a bunch of shows, did a movie. Nobody seemed to care. It's almost like one of those things like just, it'll never be the same. It'll never be the same again, Chancho. I was into it, but also I didn't really follow up with it either. So what am I saying? Dumb and Dumber, same. Yeah, you're right. Dumb and Dumber 2 wasn't the greatest. I still got a kick out of watching it. It's got some good jokes in it, but yeah, just this current climate that we're in, people just, I don't think we'd all love it. The old 90s kids would love it, but I just don't think it would take hold the way that it needed to be pulled off the right way, you know? But I did enjoy, yeah, no, I agree, man. Like I enjoyed what they did with what I saw for sure.
Hi. Yeah. Anyway, I'm having a ball with you guys. I've had such a good time.
Well, you know, it's not a good time. Butt pimples. Tara Turlington says butt pimples are the worst, and I agree.
They are the worst.
Never had one.
Like,
never had a butt pimple.
Fuck, did I go through puberty on my ass cheek?
I think I may have had like one or two in my life, but not many butt pimples for sure. Thank you, Robin. You're a sweetheart.
Hey, thank you, Robin. Michael says a gay, I spit on your grave. What? What are you talking about?
We read that, but we missed you too, Austin. I love you, buddy. Papa Hades. I don't know what a head is. What is the scariest thing you ever saw while driving through the countryside at night?
A cop. No, no, literally.
We're not even black.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad I'm not on Twitter. No, yeah, because we were at Movie Tavern for too long, and I saw a cop, and I'm like, that's not good. No, it was the deer. The deer. I've told you guys that story. I had a Dodge Neon 2000 silver. I called it, the Stallion, because it was a tank. And Mike and I were coming back from a movie late in the evening. It was probably 2:30 in the morning, and we were driving on this country road going back home, and this fucking deer ran out in the middle of the night, like onto the roadway, as they do. And I made eye contact with it, and it was like, do it. And I skidded. I was doing about like 60 or 55, I don't know, but I got down slow enough to where I didn't really hurt it, and I didn't crash my car, but I feel like I numbed its thigh, like, because I made direct impact.
Bitch, you hit it with a fucking car. You didn't numb its thigh.
But it was a Dodge Neon. It frogged it. It frogged its fucking. How like back in the day when someone would frog your leg and they would take their knuckle, like, you're like, oh, that's what it did. That goddamn deer looked back at me, was like, bitch. And then I drove home, and it like, my car was fucked. Like, it was not like dented in, but like the light was at, like, anyway, that was scary as fuck. Like, seeing deer is scary, dude. Like, and then not like when you're like seeing them cross the road and shit at night on country roads, that's shit's scary.
The scariest thing I ever saw was a redneck with a shotgun. When I was in middle school and we were creeping through some people's backyards, just escaping the house and doing weird shit. Dude came out with a shotgun. There was one time, there's a place called Ghost Bridge in Winchester, Kentucky, that allegedly is haunted. And it's a weird bridge out in the middle of fucking nowhere. And beneath it is just a bunch of trash. Like, people throw their laundry machines and shit like that down there. But they're spray paint all.
Hobos live under there, Mike. That's someone's home.
It's allegedly haunted, but people go out there and drink and have sex and whatever. But I do remember being out there one night, and I definitely did see what people would call. I don't believe in ghosts, but I did see what people would call an orb. Like, I saw an actual orb. Like, I saw really a fucking ball of light just appear and disappear. That shit was pretty fucking creepy.
Yeah. The legend of that whole bridge was like, oh, and it's like every town has it. It's like if you go into the middle of the bridge and you turn your car off and turn your lights off and you sit there at a certain time of night, some lady that had died in a car accident on that bridge would appear in front of you. And if you try to start your car, it won't start. And then, like, she'll appear in the back seat behind you. And I'm like, I just call that a good time. It's like, what are you talking about? Like, but no, nothing ever happened except, you could smell the nice pungent smell of piss on the wind in the summer from the hobos that lived under the bridge.
100%.
That's
people
the only...
go fight there after school too. So
I remember I did watch a good fight there. I did.
Yeah, they have some good fights out there. Holly Roxy, thank you, lovely human being. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Holly, thank you.
You're great. Hey boys, question: what are each of your top 5 directors of all time? And again, it has to be said that you two in the Wham community have lifted me up to the light immediately. D. Smile, love y'all, love. Holly,
hey, thank you, Holly.
You're a sweetheart. We love you. Top 5 off the gooch.
Okay. Quentin Tarantino, George Lucas,
Cameron, huh?
Peter Jackson, Steven Spielberg, James Cameron.
Oh, I thought you were gonna forget Cameron, and I was gonna fucking love it.
It's not like in order. But those are my top 5.
Yeah. No, I get that. I'm gonna go with Greta Gerwig.
That's not real. That's not even real. That sounds like a fucking defunct Swedish airline. What was the name? Greta Gertfuck? What?
I'm gonna go David Fincher number 1. David Fincher number 1. I love you. David Fincher number 1. Number 2, I'm gonna go Wes Craven. John Carpenter.
Good one.
I will go Cameron, Jay. I will go Cameron.
You have to.
True Lies. I'll go old Cameron, not post Avatar.
Well,
Blue Man,
okay, but you always bring it back to one movie.
I'll just go old school, I'm gonna throw out Ridley Scott. I love Ridley Scott. Ridley Scott did some great shit. Ridley Scott did some great shit, and I'm sure I'm missing someone in here, and I'm gonna regret it deeply. I got one more left.
By the way, Immortal said Peter Jackson.
Hey, shut the fuck up. I'm thinking.
You take all the goddamn time you need, you fucking espresso bitch. I need Peter Jackson directed 3 horror movies before he went big. Fun fact. I know.
Scorsese.
Well, I got to be honest. I didn't really think about mine. Mine shit just rolled off the tongue. So, you know what? If we were in Jeopardy, you would have already been thinking. And we would have been moving on to the next question.
And also, I'll be 100% honest. I didn't think about Scorsese. I saw it in the chat, and I went, "Oh yeah, Scorsese."
Well, you know what? I feel bad because I didn't take John Carpenter, and he is great. But the ones I listed, I'm going to stick with it. So
M. Night's a great one, JT. That's a good one. I forgot. I love M. Night. Love M. Night. Robert Rodriguez is great.
Vinny Fawcett says Yui Ball.
Yes,
do it.
Everyone knows.
Do it.
I was trying to think of a comedy director,
not fucking Judd Apatow.
He had some fucking great ones, but yeah,
he did. You know what? Cool. Yeah, based on his earlier work.
Ooh, Raimi's a great one too. Damien.
Sam Raimi's great. Judd Apatow, or you could even say Kevin Smith, old Kevin Smith.
Yeah. Coen Brothers, Dario Argento from Kyle.
I said what I said.
Joel Schumacher, Tim Burton. Early day Tim Burton was great.
Well,
he fell off.
But Joel Schumacher and Tim Burton are one of those kind of. I mean, they have bangers, and then they have like long stretches of just dog shit.
I'm gonna say something to you. I'm gonna say
James Cameron. James Cameron, by the way, the only movie I remember was absolutely hated, and I didn't even watch it. He got fired off Piranha 3D, but everything after that was like gold.
Yeah, I mean Fincher started with Alien 3, so it's like the same. Like sometimes.
No, that was his fault.
Can I say something? Can I ask a question? I'm just going to ask it, and then we can discover together what the truth
Mel Brooks is going too.
Richard Donner is a great one too, by the way. Richard Donner, Lethal Weapon, Superman. I'm going to ask a question, and we can answer this question together. Okay, we can answer it together. Is Steven Spielberg over fucking rated, boys?
No, I don't think so at all. Nope, I don't think so at all.
Let's look.
Okay, but here's the thing. Okay, no, go ahead. Bring up his best hits. Bring up Steven or bring up anything that. Okay, go ahead. No, there's no way, dude. I don't.
All right. Let's just consider it. Okay, I'm not saying I believe it. I'm just throwing it out there. Let's start at the beginning because the beginning's the best, right? Okay, let's scoot down here.
He's not done anything lately. I think he's taken back more of a.
Right. Yeah. Well, so the early career, a lot of stuff we don't know. There is Jaws. Okay. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Pretty overrated movie. Pretty overrated.
I liked it quite a bit.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Pretty overrated. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Obviously.
Amazing.
Got to give it. E.T.
Amazing.
Great. Thoughts on the movie? More Indiana Jones. Okay.
Temple of Doom was one of my. I liked it, but it's not like whatever. But The Color Purple. Don't remember much about it. Empire of the Sun. Great movie.
Hook, fun, not a great film.
Last Crusade, the best of the Indiana Jones films. Period. It is.
Yeah, all the Indiana Jones films we got to give him credit for. Obviously, Hook was.
It was all right. Jurassic Park, amazing.
Obviously,
Schindler's List, absolutely fucking mind-blowingly epic. It really was.
Still haven't seen it. Don't want to be sad.
What?
So, don't want to be sad. Don't want to be sad. He did direct Lost World. That was a piece of shit. Amistad. Don't know. Saving Private Ryan. Okay. Okay. Yeah. AI,
good one. Minority Report's fucking awesome. Catch Me If You Can, good one.
Catch Me If You Can, never thought it was that. The Terminal, piece of shit, right?
War of the Worlds was fun. It was fun. I liked it.
I thought Munich was dope. I did like Munich a lot. Munich was dope. All right, he's got a lot of fucking movies. Okay, he's on
the Crystal Skull, overrated. Okay. Not overrated, not that great, but really good. Right. Ready Player One. Oh my god, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was all right.
I thought it was fucking great.
War Horse, Lincoln
was awesome too.
Bridge of Spies, boring. BFG, boring. Post, boring. Ready Player One, middle of the road shit. West Side Story, whatever. And then we're at the end. Fableman. So I don't know. I don't think he's overrated. I don't know if it's overrated, but it's like it's like you know when people like money laundering guy, his movies feel like they're like washed through this like They almost feel just kind of like, I don't know, like pillow fisted fucking.
You know what you sound like? You know what you sound like to me? You sound like my wife that wants to divorce me, but she doesn't know how to tell me. You're wrong. You're wrong.
A lot of soft ass shit in here,
You're
man.
wrong.
A lot of middle of the road.
I'm taking pills to make that better. No,
like it's a great movie. Like, is it really that great, or is it just kind of boring?
I think Steven Spielberg. I think Steven Spielberg is not overrated. I think that when you see a Steven Spielberg movie, or that he's directing a movie, what the type of film it's probably going to be. But I think he's versatile too. I think he can do a lot. Like Mike and I a couple of months ago did a commentary with Eric from Pretty Much It, and we were doing a commentary for Poltergeist. And the main thing that Eric was talking about, is this really a Tobe Hooper film, or is this a Steven Spielberg film? And the whole idea of that commentary was like to pick out scenes that were more in line with Steven Spielberg or Tobe Hooper. And I got to be honest with you, man, that movie, the majority of that film is Steven Spielberg. It is.
I was gonna say Tobe Hooper. Actually.
No, Tobe Hooper's got he's definitely got his juice on it. But like in a lot of that film, specifically Poltergeist, was like Steven Spielberg had come out and said he wanted to make the greatest haunted house movie of all time, and he did.
I literally thought I was going to look down and the chat was going to be way more angry with me than they are. They're not as angry.
Well, Michael Parton,
I thought there would be. So it makes me think I might be onto something here.
No.
He's a little pillow fist, a little Walmart, little Walmart.
Well, Ridley Scott, Michael Parton said Ridley Scott is overrated as fuck.
That's what I'm pulling up right now, Michael. I'm glad you brought that up because I think we should look at Ridley Scott as well. Like versus what we just saw.
Yeah, Ridley Scott. Man, I can name. But I don't even need the list. I can tell you exactly what I liked about, like the movies that were the big ones for him. But okay, but go ahead, go through it.
Let's look at Ridley Scott in comparison to him. Okay, same thing. Beginning of the career, not a lot of stuff we remember or whatever. Like Alien,
big one.
Oh my God, Alien, Blade Runner,
big
fucking
one.
Big time. Legends,
Dopes.
all right.
I liked it. I liked it.
Yeah. Black Rain, little Thelma and Louise, that was a big one. White Squall. We remember.
By the way, why are you all leaving? We're not done yet. I keep on seeing people. We're not leaving. Come on back. We got a little time left.
Stacey, I didn't say everything you did was Walmart. Jaws is fucking classic. I'm just saying generally.
G.I. Jane. I like G.I. Jane was great.
All right. The Gladiator really fucking good. Classic Gladiator.
Hannibal's good.
I clicked on it. I didn't mean to click on it. I fucked it all up. Okay, where were we? Gladiator is a fucking classic. Hannibal's okay.
I thought it was all right. Yeah, Black Hawk Down's fucking amazing.
Black Hawk Down, Matchstick Men, kind of underrated comedy.
Kingdom of Heaven, fucking no, dude, that's a great movie.
I'd never seen it actually.
It's really good.
I thought maybe I saw it, but it didn't.
It's really good.
A Good Year, not a good movie.
American Gangster is fucking good.
I always thought American Gangster kind of sucked, to be honest with you. I thought when you compared it to other mob classics like it, I thought it was left one thing. I thought it was overrated.
I liked it.
Body of Lies. Don't remember.
Robin is not for me.
Not great. I love Prometheus. I think Prometheus is underrated as fuck. Love Prometheus. The Counselor, that was dog shit. Exodus, Gods and King. You and I saw that together in theaters. Right? Not great.
It wasn't good. The Martian.
I like The Martian. Yeah, Martian was great. Alien Covenant. It's all right. It was okay. It's pretty good.
I had fun with it.
And now we're already in recent stuff. Last Duel, good, not great. I thought Napoleon was a comedy. That shit was funny as fuck as a comedy. Gladiator 2 was weird.
I didn't like it.
I don't know. If you had to pick one, would you go Spielberg or Ridley Scott?
Spielberg was not overrated. I would say that Ridley Scott, out of those two, I feel like Spielberg is better. That's just where I'm going. Even though Ridley Scott is good, but yeah, I feel like Spielberg is just more versatile in what he can do.
I think I'm going to agree with you that I think Spielberg's got a better film.
Even by the way, I know it was Bob Gale.
I prefer Scott's style, though.
Okay, chat, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. That Bob Gale and Robert Zemeckis was responsible for Back to the Future. Was Spielberg involved in that at all? I swear that he was in some capacity.
Right?
No, yeah, I swear that he was. I could be wrong.
People bringing up Tony Scott, which is interesting. It's Ridley Scott's brother, and unfortunately, obviously passed in 2012. But his directing thing is pretty fucking interesting too. I think people forget about Tony Scott a lot.
Okay, Spielberg produced it. Okay.
Tony Scott, in comparison, started with some stuff we don't remember. Tony Scott did Top Fucking Gun. Okay. Big.
Yep.
He did Beverly Hills Cop 2. Great film.
Wow. Good one. And Days of Thunder. Holy shit. And The Last Boy Scout.
Revenge was good. I underrated Kevin Costner movie. Days of Thunder, like you said. Last Boy Scout, fucking banger, right?
Crimson fucking Tide, dude.
True fucking romance, man.
Holy shit. The Fan.
The Fan. Enemy of the State's good fucking movie.
Man.
That felt like Enemy of the State felt like a Michael Bay movie.
Yeah.
Kind of. Hunger, don't know. Spy Game.
I didn't know any of that.
Man on Fire.
Yeah. Man on Fire is fucking awesome, dude. Denzel, that's a badass.
Underrated. Oh yeah, I was thinking of the Vin Diesel.
Yeah, nobody talks about Man on Fire. That's a great fucking movie, dude.
Deja Vu had some good moments in it. Taking a Pill and one thing,
Unstoppable.
Yeah. So yeah, dude, Tony Scott, man, he had a fucking run, dude. When you look at the exact run, right between Top Gun, okay, and
wait a minute, go back. Was Man on Fire? I thought that was Denzel.
No, Man on Fire was Denzel. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, Lord Denzel, Man on Fire. No, I mean, yeah, like he was in the movie. He was the main guy.
Yeah. I was thinking, I don't remember the Vin Diesel movie I was thinking of, but no, between Top Gun and let's say Man on Fire. Okay, between Top Gun and Man on Fire, if dude was on, or let's even say Enemy of the State. Top Gun, Enemy of the State, The Fan, Crimson Tide, True Romance, Last Boy Scout, Days of Thunder, Beverly Hills Cop. Dude, that's a fucking run.
Bangers.
That's an amazing run.
Here's the thing. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that Michael Bay has hits. I mean, he does. Is Michael Bay better or worse than Jerry Bruckheimer?
So we realized this in the last stream. We thought Bruckheimer directed a bunch of shit. He didn't.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, never mind. I'm fucking dumb. Never mind.
No. I thought the same fucking thing. I thought Bruckheimer directed just as much as Bay did. Okay, but he produced a bunch of shit.
Bruckheimer was behind The Rock. It was. I mean, Michael. Did Michael? Thank you, Merlin. Your magic is always welcome.
You're like the Tom DeLonge guy in the Blink fan groups.
But no, right? Now I'm thinking of Merlin and Excalibur and shit. No, Michael Bay. Did he get credited for directing The Rock, or was it Jerry Bruckheimer?
It was all Bay. Yeah, Bay got the direction.
Shit, dude, that's fucking crazy.
But Bruckheimer had a producing run unlike anything anybody's ever fucking seen. You know, so
I never could get those. Like, I always felt like once Bay left Bruckheimer, like it went downhill from him or for him.
Yeah, things changed. And I don't think it's the directors. If you're talking Spielberg or Michael Bay or whoever, I don't think it's the directors. I think it's the studios, the Hollywood studios. And they'll tell you that. Like, if you look at their interviews, they're like, Hollywood's changed. They just don't let us make the movies we used to make anymore. Like, Hollywood's in fucking trouble, dude.
Do you guys think that do you think Christopher Nolan's overrated?
Yep. I love him.
That's a strong thing.
Toasted chalupa. I think
he's great. Yeah, but I feel like he only works in certain movies and in certain types of ideas.
Let's play a game. Let's play a game. I want to play a game.
Right. Daniel Torres like, fuck no.
People love Nolan, dude. But let's play a game.
I'm not saying I'm not saying he's a bad director at all. I'm not saying that.
No, but let's play a game. Let's play based on how people perceive the movie. Okay, not whether it's a good movie or not, but whether the movie and how it's perceived is overrated. Okay, Christopher Nolan. Okay, Following, overrated. Not a great film. It's kind of boring.
Yeah,
it's whatever. Memento, overrated as a motherfucker. That movie's overrated.
I feel like it got. I feel like it got the appropriate praise.
I think
it was all right. It was all right,
but that's just me. Insomnia, underrated.
Great, I liked it. Movie. I liked it a lot.
Fucking awesome. Batman Begins,
underrated because everyone always puts a lot of prestige on The Dark Knight, which is great, but I feel like Batman Begins doesn't get the fair shake.
That's fair. I acknowledge I have an unpopular opinion about Memento, but I just think that movie kind of blows. Dark Knight, I think.
Wait, no, you skipped the Prestige. Underrated.
Oh yeah,
not enough people talk about it.
I'll go with that. That's fair. That's fair. That if anything's underrated, Prestige. Dark Knight, I think appropriately rated. Classic, fucking great film. Inception, one of the most overrated films that has ever graced film.
I knew you were going to say that.
That movie sucks, dude.
But I like
that movie. Fucking sucks.
It doesn't suck, dude. I don't think
it sucks. I can't get through the fucking piece of shit.
It's good.
It's all Leonardo DiCaprio and having dreams. It's fucking like I can't even follow it.
I think it's great, but
it's Doctor Strange on fucking acid. Like,
no, it's what Doctor Strange should have been.
Yeah, Doctor Strange ripped it off. I mean, it's just not great. I know I have unpopular opinions, okay? I know, but I'm just being honest with you, motherfuckers. Dark Knight Rises, maybe underrated.
I think it's appropriately rated.
Maybe.
Here's the thing. When I saw that movie, the knee-jerk reaction, I hated it. I hated the idea of Robin taking over and that Batman was dead, and then where he had faked his death, and now we have Robin. I hated it. Watching it again, I appreciate it more. But I still think it's the weaker of all three films.
It's definitely the weakest of the three films. I agree. Interstellar,
amazing,
I'd say
absolutely fucking
appropriately
amazing.
rated.
Yes,
it's weird, boring at times, confusing. Yes, but dude, it's when you watch that, it's fucking cinema. Like some of the shit in that, it's like, wow, dude, that's great.
Yeah.
What the fuck is Quay? I don't know.
I've never seen it.
Dunkirk. Overrated as a fucking
I agree. I remember seeing that in theater and being bored out of my fucking mind. I just was bored. I mean, it looked great. It looked amazing. Dude, he shot it well. Well, he shot it well. It looked really good. I just was bored.
Yeah, so boring as shit. Tanay, never even watched it, so I can't say, but it looked overrated as fuck. Never even cared to take it in.
I don't think I've seen it either.
See what I mean? Oppenheimer, I would say overrated. I
haven't watched it.
Dude, it's not a bad movie. It's just kind of boring. It's a lot of people walking around talking, amazing acting, but the whole fucking movie was a test of the bomb system. Like, let me put on some fucking sunscreen and watch this pretend bomb go off. And they didn't even cover any of the deep shit. Good movie, still overrated as fuck, in my opinion.
I do want to watch Oppenheimer, but man, like the thing about Nolan films across the board, they're so fucking long, dude.
Mm-hmm.
They're just so long, and sometimes there's a lot of exposition in the movie that doesn't need to be there. And I understand sometimes you need to have that exposition to set it up, especially if it's like really like a movie that's dealing with like not world bending, but like deep shit, like Interstellar. There's a lot of shit going on, so they have to have exposition to explain all this crazy shit that's happening. But sometimes it's just too fucking long, and it's like, all right, you lost me a little bit in the sauce. I get lost in the sauce as it is.
I want to do this game one more time, and I want to do it with a little man that we call Mel Gibson as a director.
You know, he's a popular Christian in Hollywood.
Everyone loves Mel Gibson.
They love Mel
we
Gibson.
all know everyone loves Mel Gibson, but let's look at what he's directed. Okay, a bunch of stuff that doesn't really count. Man Without a Face, probably appropriate rated.
Love it.
Maybe a little underrated. Yeah,
I think it's a little underrated, but yeah,
Braveheart
appropriately rated.
Perfect, fucking classic, one of the greatest films that's ever graced the screen. Passion of the Christ, I would say overrated in my opinion.
I think it's appropriately rated. I don't think it's overrated or underrated. I feel like the people that needed to see it saw it, and even people that didn't believe in the Christian faith appreciated it for what it was. I mean, I feel like it was appropriately rated.
Fair enough. We don't know what
I don't know what
that is. Apocalypto, I'd say appropriate. Good fucking film.
It was really good. We got to go back and watch that because apparently we did it injustice by doing gibberish our entire movie review back in the day.
Yeah, for sure. Hacksaw Ridge. I will say Hacksaw Ridge is overrated. I did not think that was a great film.
I think it was a good. Yeah, I think it was a good movie. Andrew Garfield was really stellar in it, but yeah, I think it was a little bit overrated. I love it though. It's a great movie.
Flight Risk, I'd say that's just a silly B movie. It's hard to say. So Mel Gibson's kind of weird. You can't really say, but yeah.
Go to Clint Eastwood.
Oh, as a director?
As a director, yeah.
As a director, Clint Eastwood.
I think he's had banger after banger, dude. I don't think there's been a bad one that I've seen.
That's really interesting. So, dude, he's directed 45 fucking movies.
Okay, maybe not every movie is good.
We'll stop by the big one.
It's like not every. Okay, I'll have to go with the one. I didn't know he was directing all this shit. I thought he only came into directing in the 90s.
Yeah, I had no idea, dude. Play Misty for Me was a good fucking film, so I'll say appropriately rated on that.
He directed Dirty Harry. Holy
just a segment.
Shit.
No, just a segment, and he was uncredited for it, so that one really doesn't count. A lot of stuff we haven't seen.
The
Outlaw Josie Wales.
Wow, dude,
great film.
Fucking killer ass movie.
Great film. A lot of stuff we don't really remember. Heartbreak Ridge, great film.
Amazing.
Heartbreak Ridge, great movie.
I like that one. Yep.
The Rookie was pretty fun.
The Rookie's not bad, but you go right above that. Unforgiven and A Perfect World. Wow, dude.
Back to back. Fucking. I think we're in Spielberg territory right now. To be honest, just those two films alone is fucking great. Bridges Madison County, not our speed, but I hear it's great. Absolute Power, fun little thriller, like Jack Clancy type shit. True crime, same thing. Space Cowboys, never watched it. Again, blood work, fun little thriller.
Dude, Mystic fucking River, holy shit!
I forgot he directed that.
Holy shit!
What a fucking classic!
Wow, dude.
$1 Million Baby's fucking great movie too.
I know,
great film. I never saw Flags of Our Fathers or Letters to Iwo Jima, but I remember people really loving those. Changeling, the remake.
Yeah. Gran Torino, absolute fucking banger. Absolute fucking banger.
Great fucking film, dude.
Hereafter sucked. Hereafter sucked. It sucked. It sucked. It sucked.
I didn't realize he directed J. Edgar. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Jersey Boys.
That was a good movie. I liked it. It was good. It was good.
I never saw it. American Sniper was fucking good. That's
really good.
Yep. A little too heavy-handed, but the good film. Sully, that was okay. Tom Hanks
did see that one
movie. The Mule, I never saw The Mule, and then basically.
Okay, so I feel like my shit's like the movies that he was in, that he directed himself in. I was like, those are really good. Like Gran Torino was fucking amazing. $1 Million Baby, underrated as fuck. Nobody I feel like $1 Million Baby doesn't nearly get talked about as much as it should be. Like Hilary Swank was great in that film. That was such a great goddamn movie.
Great fucking movie, dude.
Yeah, and Unforgiven, like I said, when we were doing the top 10 movies of the 90s, for me, Tombstone won out. But if Tombstone didn't exist, Unforgiven would be the greatest cowboy movie, Western film I'd ever seen. And I mean, it had Morgan Freeman and Clint Eastwood. Oh my God, dude, what a great fucking movie, dude.
People are saying Stallone. Stallone didn't direct a lot of shit, did he?
No,
because you got Rocky, right? Like he didn't direct the original Rocky, but he directed some of the subsequent Rockies. All right, let's look at Stallone. Let's take a look. This is a fun game. We can do this for fucking days. Imagine if we did this with acting. Jesus Christ. He's only directed 13 projects. God damn it. Fucking IMDb. Fucking
what else did he? Okay, well,
Paradise Alley, I never saw it. He directed Rocky 2.
Amazing. I feel like it's the best of the series. It just is.
Nighthawks was good. Rocky 3.
Good.
Was Rocky 3. Staying Alive, that everybody hated that thing.
Yeah.
Rocky 4. I mean, come on.
I mean, champions.
Rocky Balboa, same. Rambo 4, great film.
It's good.
Expendables, but good.
It's good. Yeah. It's not
so
bad.
not but more often than not, when Stallone directs a film,
what does he have? Let's count it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got 5 hits. No, 6 hits. 6 hits off the bat.
6 out of 11 movies.
Not bad.
So like when Stallone directs, it's pretty fucking good. You know what I mean? I want to look at Scorsese though. Since we're talking about classics, let's look at like how often does Scorsese fucking miss? You know?
Well, recently pretty bad.
He's directed 78 fucking movies. Okay, so
yeah, we're not going through all of them. There's no fucking way because we're not seeing them all.
Quick shine through though, like okay, a lot of stuff before we ever knew. Mean Streets was really where it started with Scorsese, right? Mean Streets, fucking classic. Taxi Driver, absolute classic.
Amazing.
New York, out of my wheelhouse. Same with Last Waltz. Raging Bull, fucking
amazing.
Come on,
amazing.
King of Comedy, I never saw that one. Need to watch it.
Nope. He directed the Michael Jackson Bad video. Holy shit, dude.
Fucking wild shit.
Holy fuck, dude.
Color of Money. Last Temptation of Christ. Goodfellas, obviously one of the greatest films of all time. Cape Fear,
amazing.
Fucking super underrated. Awesome film. Classic. Casino, same. Fucking right up there. Some other weird shit. Bringing Up the Dead, underrated.
Didn't see it. Gangs of New York.
Gangs of New York,
banger,
amazing. Aviator, big movie,
banger.
Departed, fucking all timer, right there. Great fucking film. Shutter Island, I could do without it.
It's all right.
Some Boardwalk Empire, some other weird shit that he did. Hugo, couldn't give a fuck less. Wolf of Wall Street, dude. Right, another fucking all timer. Another all timer.
Big one. Big wiener.
I think if I had to put Scorsese against Spielberg, it's Scorsese. If I put him against Ridley Scott, it's Scorsese, in my opinion.
I feel like they're 2 different kinds of directors, though. I mean, it's hard to really. verse them against each other. I mean, because Spielberg he's more like a science fiction-y type of like adventure type of director, and Scorsese is more of like a director that like it's gritty and down to earth. So it's really hard to compare the two. Personally,
we can do this all night. I see the Roland Emmerich, a lot of disaster.
Robert Rodriguez. Tommy Wiseau. What the fuck you talking?
Oh, hi, Mark. I did not read her. I did not.
Holly says Scorsese is forever goated. He's in my permanent top 5.
I think Scorsese, Craven, Carpenter, easy in my top 5, no doubt. Cameron, Fincher, that may be my top 5. I think I said that was my top 5, but I think I stand by that.
He's great. I mean, no, he's good.
Who are we missing? Who's like the big fucking time? Big time. Big time. I thought the best.
Like, well, Tarantino, but I mentioned him.
Oh yeah, Tarantino, but like, yeah, honestly, we should look at that.
But I feel like Tarantino has literally hit, like every film has been a hit.
That's what I'm saying, and that's why I think we should look at it real quick, because like a lot of these directors,
Kubrick,
there's a lot of
Stanley Kubrick, but Stanley Kubrick, like for me, Stanley Kubrick had 2001: Space Odyssey, which was out of this world awesome because it was amazing for the time, and then you have The Shining, and then he had some other Full Metal Jacket. Obviously, he had big bangers, but I'm saying like he had big
short.
But I don't remember everything that Kubrick did, but.
Maybe cut short too early. But as far as Tarantino's movies go, dude,
they're all good. They're all fucking good.
Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, fucking Four Rooms was even fun.
Kill Bill 1 and 2.
Sin City, just the one part of it. Another Kill Bill.
Django, The Hateful Eight. Oh my god, dude! Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's like, but Tarantino, like, there's not one bad film.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Like Tarantino always has good films.
Rarely a fucking miss. And dude, are you kidding me? These motherfuckers have Once Upon a Time in Hollywood as a 7.6. Are you shitting me? I'll bet you right fucking now that Smile 2 is higher than a 7.6. And if it is, I quit YouTube for fucking ever. So okay, thank God it's not. It's a 6.7. We don't have to.
You know what it is? They're probably fucking Italians. Fucking goddamn Italians. Don't cry in front of the Mexicans. But the goddamn Italian film.
A 7.6 for fucking Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is heresy.
No, you know what it was, dude. There was a lot of negative blowback on that movie when it came out because there was they were mad that Margot Robbie didn't have a lot of speaking parts in that film, and there was an interview like back in the day. They were asking Tarantino or Margot Robbie about it, and they were trying to paint Tarantino as a sexist. Like he was like, oh, you don't want Margot Robbie talking in your films? And he was like, no, that's not what it is at all. I mean, he basically he fucking undressed the motherfucker in front of everybody. And Margot Robbie even was like, no, shut the fuck up. That's not what it was at all. But there was a lot of blowback, not only because of the Margot Robbie thing, but also because of the Bruce Lee thing. They got mad about the Bruce Lee thing.
Yeah. He's controversial. Azteca, like just you saying that. Just you saying that, Azteca. I love you, buddy. I do.
No, it's good, man.
That's
really
a crazy.
You got to give it a chance, dude. You got just turn it on, man. It really is a good movie. It's a solid fucking movie.
You're gonna make me cry in front of the Mexicans. Say things like that.
Goddamn Italians. But no, that movie. When I saw the trailer for it and we went and seen it, I knew it was going to be like a good movie because Tarantino was involved with it. I didn't know how good of a movie it actually turned out to be. It actually was incredibly good, and how they handled the Manson killings and they incorporated that into the story. It was fucking incredible. It was really good.
Rewatchability. There's you're hard pressed to find more films that are more rewatchable than Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's pure entertainment, pure hilarity, pure fun. Gotta watch it, man.
Aztec, it says, he says the last Tarantino movie he saw was Hateful Eight, which is but you gotta try out Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, dude. It's really good.
Oh, dude, you really do, man. You got to get on that shit. Let's see what you guys are saying here.
He said, "I'll check it out. I'll check it out." No, you gotta promise you'll check it out, dude.
Yeah,
because
report fucking back, bro.
Give us back a book report.
Yeah,
let us know,
need
dude, because I know you'll love it.
Nighttime said, once upon a time, I was on a playground when I was 12, and this guy was walking on the playground with a gun on his hip. I guess he had a license to carry. But as a kid, I could see why that would be scary as fuck. You know?
He had a license to carry. What was he, Leslie Nielsen?
Yeah, like any motherfucker's like, I'm gonna take my gun to the fucking playground just in case there's a live shooter. Like, come on, bro. Like, quit scaring kids. Turlington said, Mike, I bet you were the scariest thing some people saw when you passed out drunk on the side of a major Kentucky highway. Dude, I was thinking about that the other day.
Oh yeah,
in a bad way. I was like, man, I could have died that night. Long story short, Jay's brother's what do you call it when people get married? Bachelor
party. Yeah.
Fuck you. A bachelor party. Just ended up running away from the party, trying to go home. I thought I was next to my house, and I was in a complete different city, and ended up passing out on the side of a horse farm in the middle of fucking nowhere, using my own shirt as a pillow, and only woke up to the cars honking at me on their way to work the next day. Definitely should have died that night.
You were on the
drunkest
side,
I've ever been.
You were on the side of Manowar, which is a major street that the city uses to go back and forth, and that's where you were. I'd already left. And what was really, because I left way before you guys had done this whole adventure. My brother and I got into a big fight because I was drunk and I wanted to go home, and I'm like, I'm done for the evening. I'm done. Mm-hmm. And then I remember when that all happened because me and Cody, my brother, we were about ready to get into a fist fight for no fucking reason because he was drunk and I was drunk, and then Mike was passed out in the back of the car. So there was no like him stepping between until later, and then he like rolled the window down like he was in a Grey Poupon commercial. When I was walking back to my car, he's like, "Y'all should fight."
And then 7 hours later, I
heard about you.
I'm close enough home to walk away from this party, and just took off walking down a random street. Kept walking, and then I realized there's nothing but horse farms surrounding me. And then just went, "Oh well, I guess I'll fall down and sleep in this ditch." And woke up to cars driving by. It was. I definitely should have died that night.
Yeah,
like there's no reason I lived.
I
might be dead now. This might be heaven.
No, this is not heaven. I promise. You're in hell. Welcome. But I remember because you were like, they went back to the guy that was driving us around. They went back to his place, and you all were hanging out in the garage. And you were fucking gone. You were hammered, and you said you were.
People were talking, and I was just like,
"No, you were like." So I remember what you told me, and I was like, "That makes perfect sense to a drunk mind. It's perfectly sensible." You're like, "I'm just gonna walk home because I just live over the hill."
Yeah, I was 45 minutes from my house, and I thought I was in my town, and I was just like, "I'm just gonna leave this party, and if I leave without anyone knowing, no one will know that I went without anyone knowing." And just took off walking until I just passed out. It's
according to Cody, they drove around and they found you. They were like trying to figure out where you were, and they were driving up and down Man of War, and they found you like just passed out like a bum.
I woke up shirtless, using my shirt as a pillow, to cars honking on a 2-lane Kentucky road, and then I was like, "Oh fuck!" So I just walked, and luckily I walked into a main intersection, and thank God they just at that moment literally came looking for me in the Jeep, and I was like, "Thank Jeeba." And now I get to go home and explain to my wife how much I took out of the ATM at the strip club that night. Fucking awful night.
Maybe that's why I said I have like such a bad mentality when it comes to strip. Maybe that's why I like talk to him. So I'm not paying you anything because of my experience. That was the first time I'd ever been into a strip club.
We got kicked out because I was like, "That guy wants to dance." Yeah, and then they picked you up and took you and gave you a dance. Yeah, and then they came back to me and they were like, "Hey, you got to pay for that dance." And first I was like, "He got the dance. I didn't get the dance." First off,
that chick that Mike had bought for me, as far as to give me a lap dance, was one of the most uninspired, most unenergetic chicks I've ever had in my life. She looked like she was riding the little pony outside of Walmart. The little she was like. And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm having a good time." There was no reaction. I was so hammered and drunk. I was like, "I don't even want to do this." And then when I left, she's like, "I'm like, what are you asking me for money for? I didn't ask for you. I thought this was on the house." And then there was this whole fucking thing that happened, and I didn't know. Like it was like I was in the middle of a Sopranos episode. I didn't know who the fuck who owed who money. I just knew that I'm not paying for shit. Yeah, I didn't know.
So when Jay comes back, and he goes back with the stripper, and then she comes over and she's like, all right, that'll be $35 or whatever it was. And I was like, no, you don't understand. I was polite, like, but I was like, no, you dance for him.
So I'm not paying.
I was like, no, you dance for him. So he has to pay for it.
Yeah.
And then immediately, like, I didn't even get a chance to argue my stance. 10 dudes in fucking suits showed up and started shoving us. And they were like the guys in the Minecraft movie. They didn't even like say anything because I was so drunk. They were just like, and they're like just shoving us out the door. And then that was a fucking shit.
No, yeah. Like, and like, I didn't know, like, I didn't ask for, I didn't have, like, first off, she coming over to Mike and be like, pay me my money. I did that fucking nasty thing for you. Like, I'm like, it's not like she gave a lap dance to the Elephant Man. So I wasn't even trying to be
rude. I was just I don't understand.
But I was like, but why she acting all weird? I was like, I was very polite. I sat there with my hands at my side, like I was on a fucking roller coaster to hell. I didn't touch her. I didn't do nothing. It was the most like, fucking,
Jay, you got credit cards. Pay the lady.
No, I was literally married to Medusa at the time. It was not going to work. I didn't know anything about that. I'd never been into a strip club, and she's like, give me my money. I was like, first off, like I said, you didn't do charity work and give like the fucking Elephant Man a fucking lap dance or some shit like that. Like, it's okay, calm down. I'm maybe not your type, but don't act like I'm some fucking goddamn creature from the night that you fucking like grinded on for 20 minutes. And it was the most like, dude, like her performance was dog shit. It was dog water.
Not a great night for
anyway.
Anyone. Lord of Dogtown gift we watched. Thanks, Lord of Dogtown. Hey, appreciate you, buddy. Again, if you guys want to sign up for the Patreon or the We Watch Movie membership club with the join button down below, lots of good stuff coming there. Wade's Movie World said, hello, boys. Hope all's well. What are y'all's thoughts on the 1995 movie Apollo 13? Amazing. Is it such an exciting yet beautiful film, in my opinion? Dude, I've always been bored to shit by that film. But to be fair, I'm always bored by any going to space film. So it's not on me. It's how I am. I don't want to go to space. I don't really give a fuck about people who do.
Yeah, I love that movie. I think that movie is really good, but it does take some time to get into it. I remember watching it and then fucking hating Bill Paxton in that movie because he was like, I'm not sick, and they pulled fucking Kevin Bacon or not Gary Sinise from it. I'm like, Gary Sinise should be up there, you son of a bitch. You're the one that was sick.
That's how I felt when Bruce Willis died, and I was like, that should have been fucking Ben. Jonathan Clancy said Spielberg just doesn't have a 5-film run, which is the way people rate great filmmakers. I think he's a little overrated personally.
I don't believe this.
I think he had a couple great hits and it just didn't make. Byron Hansen said, y'all seen Lord of Illusion? I've never seen that one.
I have. Yeah, I did see it. And it was weird. I don't remember anything about it, but just being like, what the fuck was that?
What the fuck?
What the fuck was that?
Papa Eddie said, did you know the Red Dead Redemption 2 had a lot of references to the other Western movies? For example, Tombstone and such.
Yes, I did. And that's why it's one of the best games of all time. Red Dead, you've got to play that game, dude.
I played a little bit of it with MJ.
So good.
It's
so goddamn
great. Hard though. You always end up getting stuck in a brothel and the fucking people are chasing you and you got to kill a bear. JT, Freddy versus Jason versus Myers versus my stepmom. Who wins?
Your stepmom.
100%.
She wins.
That's not bullshit, dude, because this is the thing. Everybody's like, who'd win, Jason versus this person? And it's like, all these guys were bested by fucking teenage girls. So really, how scary can they be? I mean, if we really think about it, they all got their ass kicked by teenage girls. It's your stepmom, bro. It's your
stepmom wins.
Jonathan Clancy, y'all need to watch more old films. Well, you need to watch my old films. Me jacking off in the bathtub.
We're working on it, dude. We're working on it.
It's weird, dude, because like today's audience would be like, "Wow, the '90s are old classics." And
I know it's so weird. It's so weird to even think that way.
For sure, Lord of Dogtown. Gift that we watched. Thank you, Lord of Dogtown.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Gave a good gift. Then get another one.
Hey, wow, dude. Thank you so much.
And a member for 8 months, Diana. Thank you, Diana. Welcome and hello to you as well. And also, goodbye to you as well, Diana.
We got to go home now, Wayne.
Hey, great fucking night. Had a blast hanging out with all of you guys. And extra super thanks to Angry Grandma.
Thank you so much. Awesome of you.
You guys sending people over to us. We really appreciate that. And we appreciate all you guys hanging out with tonight. It's a blast. We will do this again very soon. So make sure you're subscribed and all that bullshit. Yeah, that's it. Have a good fucking week, guys. Happy Monday.
See you guys.
Monday's over.
Bye.
Now. I could just stay here all night. Just sit here all night. Maybe I won't go to sleep. Maybe I'll just sit here with you guys. Have you guys ever seen a 39-year-old man's penis?